to party every day of every year. Since I was 15, and still wet behind the ears. Cause ever since then I've been hooked on the taste of beer.
Oh, beer.
They were really cool. Cause we're sitting by the pool with girls all around. Whoa, look what we just found. It's really, really cold this last feeling.
Hello, Andy.
Got beer.
Got beer.
A girl from Spain. And Lolita was her name.
Lita.
The zipper got stuck. Whoa, boys, we're in luck. Big Albert stop. You shot with a shot. We got beer.
Got beer.
Glad for beer. I like a lot of beer. From bottom to the top. I just can't stop with beer.
Welcome, everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Andy.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like lights, I like music, I like rolling rock too. I like Keystone, Coolers, Rocky Mountain Brew. I like 12 packs and 6 packs of beer. I like 12 packs and 6 packs of beer.
Woo! Welcome, everybody, to the show tonight. Welcome, Mike. Hello, 9701 is on the air. That's what I'm talking about. This is Grizzly and...
Sportcat live in the house.
That's right. Yeah. So what's going on with you this week, man?
Oh, I've been on the road. I've been to North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee. I don't know, everywhere.
Oh, Lord. Man, let me tell you something. I have got my little thing. Have you heard what's been going on my shows?
Nope.
Yeah. So the other night I was talking, and Brenda will tell you this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually doing an interview with a gentleman, and my backdrop picks up and gets tossed, and I'm seeing this on my screen, and I jump up. I'm like, ah! And on my studio shelf, my holy books and my dynamic books and teachings were flying off the shelves. So what do? I panic. I kill my feed, grab my holy water, which I always have it right here. See, holy water. And I start spraying everything everywhere, man. People were like, oh, my God, what's going on over there with Grizzly? So, that kind of like freaked me out. So one of our psychics that we know was watching, and they called me. And they're like, fear not, Grizzly. It is just a friendly ghost messing around, having fun with you. So I'm like, oh, okay. So Brenda and I were talking one night because she witnessed it. And I'm like, yeah, so I had to put batteries in my REM pod here. And for some reason, I had to use a screwdriver to get the old batteries out. And I'm like, what? Why would you put a screw down there? Anyways, lo and behold, there was a screwdriver out of nowhere. Now, yes, that's probably where I put it. KG, evening, everyone. Hello, Sportcat. I found your package at the front door about 15 ago. Thank you. There you go.
Sportcat. Awesome. Good job there, KG.
So, so I put batteries in this, the device, the REM pod, right, Sportcat? Mm-hmm. So Brent and I are talking, and it was late, man. I'm tired, So I fall asleep with her. Well, in my studio, I have this chase lounge that reclines and stuff. I sleep on it, right? And I was letting it kind of cockeyed it, and I had the REM pod on the edge of it where you put your feet up. And then I got my 75-inch screen TV right here, and I use it sometimes for a monitor for my studio. And in the middle of the night, It was dark, and this damn thing was squealing like a pig. I'm talking. So I fell over out of the chase, hit my head on the cabinet, hurt myself, tried to jump up in the middle of the night, which I didn't do good. I hit the light switch, and I'm like, you got to be joking. I was like, do it again. I dare you to do it again. And nothing happened. So I sat there for 10 minutes. I'm like, see this antenna? And I touched it. See, look. Can you just do one light? Do the blue light. You know how you test it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, do it. I double dog dare you, do it. And nothing happened. And I was like, all right, now. You got me out of a dead sleep. Got my attention. You woke me up. What is it that you want to tell me? So then I got my EMF out. So let's see if I can get that out. Now I got that out. I'm like, all right, now I'm here. I'm prepared. Nothing's going on. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm sitting here thinking, and I thought, are you serious? Sportcat, I rolled over. My foot hit the REM pod. What made it went off squealing like a pig. Knocked me off the chase recliner. I fell, hit my head because I was scared in the middle of the night. That's embarrassing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
right, yeah.
Psychosis is a terrible thing. The mind is a terrible thing.
Yeah, but you're supposed to debunk things. You're not supposed to jump to the worst conclusion.
Well, hell, you were the one spraying water around there like a water fountain, so.
Yeah, I had to clean off all my monitors. I had to clean off the TV. I mean, because that holy water, like I said, it's got bleach in it because of the pandemic and the fountain and everything and bacteria. So I had to scrub all that down because I had streaks and it looks like somebody went, hey, and sneezed on everything. So, but yeah, it was very interesting. Deacon, what's up, people? What's up, Deacon? Hey, what's up? Mike, hi, Deacon. Andy, just to let you know, I'm gonna bring you up right back up. We got notified from a friend of mine that we have to be careful about our language on the air. Because YouTube has gone back behind everybody's back. If you say a naughty word, they will actually crucify your show. So we're not doing that anymore. We're not taking a risk. So how there, Deacon, Andy says. So that actually happened to me. Yeah. And that's been very entertaining. A lot of people have been going back and watching that show over and over. And they're like, Grizzly didn't touch that backdrop. That backdrop lifted up. And it was tossed. I'm talking tossed. I'm like, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my hands are right here. Hello, magic, not me. I didn't turn around. Oh shit. Oh scoop. Oh, I slipped.
You know what? You blame me all the time, but you're worse than me.
Yeah, man. But that scared 11 bejeebies out of me. Because I believe in that stuff. But to actually have it happen. So, and then on top of that, check this out. Now, I wanted to tell you so bad, but unfortunately, I had phone problems all day today. I had to drive to Lexington, by the way.
Nice.
Yes. No, not nice. You remember that check I was supposed to pick up or they were supposed to mail? No. Hi there, Andy, Deacon says. I had to go and sign for it, which they told me that I would have to have power of attorney. They had to send me the paperwork. I had to have notarized. So I had to drive there. So as soon as I got on the road, all my cell phones went, just dropped. So only thing I can do is dial 611, and I had nothing else. Andy says, how are you, Deacon? And so I've been dealing with that since 1 o'clock. So no messages, no Facebook, on the road. I'm thinking if I break down, 13 people went through customer retention department. Nobody can fix my phones. Now, 35 minutes for the show, out of 4 phones, I'm down to 2 with the correct numbers, and they felt sorry for me. They gave me a $9.99 credit. And I'm like, really? What some BS? And let you know, ladies and gentlemen, they are actually watching the show right now. So hello. Yeah, they're like, man, they were watching the last show, and they're like, wave. So I would wave, and they had me on speaker. And then they went and found the link. They're like, oh my God, he is doing a live show. I'm like, no, you think I'm making it up? Hello, Scarborough. So they're actually watching live, but thank you ladies for fixing it and taking the time. Deacon, I'm doing all right. Andy, how are you tonight? How are you, Andy? So, and Scarborough, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, happy 21st there, Scarborough.
To you. I actually saw him happy birthday on the air. And then he sends me a bunch of, or not sends me, but he sends the audience, you know, those little emoji things you can do across your thing. Deacon says hello to Scarborough, or Scarborough says hello to Deacon. And I was like
AT&T.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, did he just put a pair of boxers up on the screen? And when everybody was getting their computers and looking at it, they're like, he did. I'm like, where the heck did a pair of emojis of a pair of Hanes boxers? And I know Scarborough's like, oh my God, I can't believe he's breaking this up. So, and I got new glasses, you know, I got promoted, like I told you last week, to bifocals to trifocals. Hello, Deacon to Scarborough, happy birthday. And she says, and so we're all flipping out. We're laughing and just carrying on and cackling. And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a pair of briefs. That is a Ferris wheel. We're like, what? I'm like, that is not a Ferris wheel. So,
okay.
So I get my computer really close. I'm like, that does not look like a Ferris wheel. So, and the psychic was like, no, he's actually sitting in his briefs right now. And I was like, no, she did not. And Jimmy got on her. Scarborough goes, I'm actually sitting here in my briefs. I'm like, oh, wow. Whoa, that was interesting. So I know he's dying right now. He's probably beet red. So yeah, Andy, I'm doing okay. Just got home 10 minutes before the podcast.
Well, we prefer for all male audience members to have their pants on. Females, clothing optional.
Well,
you can send me pictures if you'd like. I'm okay
Lord,
with that.
here we go. There goes our ratings. Scarborough said celebrate the birthday in the underwear too. I knew it. See? Oh, that's Norma said that. Oh, she did. Yeah, that's right. He did. Norma was on there last night. Deacon says, glad you made it. And, man, we're always glad to have everybody making the show.
Absolutely.
We love to have fun. We love to have fun.
We do.
So what's been going on with you? You've been like traveling on the road.
Yeah.
So what's up? Fun times indeed, Scarborough says. Norma says, with Chuck the cat running around too.
It wasn't Sportcat. I want to be clear on that. It was not Sportcat. Sportcat does wear boxers, but I wasn't running around Scarborough's. So
I wasn't going to say anything. I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, so what's been going on with you, man?
Oh, well, this week we had to replace the Jeep that was totaled. So we
no way.
Yeah, we got I got her a beater. She's got one that the fenders don't match, and it's got wheels that stick out, and it's a big old ugly red 1999. What is that? A Jeep Rubicon.
She's already laughing. Look at her.
Yeah. Well, she's probably at her underwear too. So, but yeah. So I had to go by damn near Virginia to get it. So it was all the way up there in some godforsaken pig town named Greenville, Tennessee. So,
she says, I love it, Daddy. I love it.
Of course she does. Of course she does. Everybody likes free. Everybody likes free. I'm trying to make a Democrat out of her. So, but yeah, I had to go do that. I've had to handle. We got contracting situation going on here. Got work going on in my house in Georgia and the house here in Tennessee, and it's just been fun. So me and my little hellhound have been running around visiting the Tri-States area, and now we're down in East Tennessee for a couple days. I got to go meet with some more lawyers. That's right, more lawyers. And then we got I guess I'll head home. I don't know what I'll do. I may just
Head
stay
home.
here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Older
now that I know this
car is
works.
Yeah, older car is better than a new car. Deacon says absolutely. Norma says free and freedom go together. Amen. There. Scarborough says Norma, cool. So y'all having a panty party? I said it. That's what.
Sportcat out.
That's what they said earlier. Y'all from Texas is nice this year. Yeah. Well, y'all having a panty party down there too in Texas? Or is it y'all? Is it nice there in Texas this year? I don't know what the weather is. Tiffany says it's not free. I am paying for it.
Okay, so let's timestamp this. It's Wednesday, March 29th, 2023 at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I actually have it. So this is actually better than contractual law. So I have it in witnesses. So I will get a refund.
Oh.
So we have documentation. You just sealed her fate.
Tiffany, by law, I'm not an attorney or anything, but he's actually right. Lordy, she says.
Spoken
Brenda,
word is stronger than written. So yes.
So Brenda is having a panty party too. That was her in Texas.
I am on the way. If I had sound effects, you'd hear squealing
why is
tires.
everybody having a panty
You know what?
party?
I'm just gonna take my pants off right now. So
I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody's
gonna do.
I'm
gonna do the rest of this show naked.
You know, no, don't do that. Andy says, alert the media. Deacon, I never found anything, but that's truly free. That's true.
And by the way, I don't want to call out names, but someone in our loyal listener audience there got a coin today that I shipped to them. Or not today. Actually, it was today that I shipped to them. So
wow.
Another loyal listener was rewarded. It pays off. It pays off. I spend a lot of money on these things, so it's they're going out.
Norma says Daddy is strict. So
Daddy's not strict. Daddy's poor. Come on, let's be honest. I do this for free, people. So
Brendan says hello, everybody. Tiffany says I don't know if that's a pirate. No, she's rolling her eyes. So
pirate.
Yeah,
you need like quad vocals or hexafocals.
I'm gonna get me a Dick Tracy magnifying glass. Brenda's laughing. Brenda goes, but you forgot your boxers last night. Me? I always wear boxers. That must be for U-Sport. That must be U-Sportcat. That's not me.
I'm taking the fifth.
Andy is in a song, Mike says.
Whoa!
What is going on? What is going on? Mike says, I got one too.
Wait a minute. So did Andy and 9701 there just both declare they have matching banana hammocks? Is that what I'm hearing? So
I have no idea. Diane's like, oh my, what I just got in the middle of. I have no idea.
I don't know, Diane. It's a clothing optional show tonight, so I'm getting naked. So
No, he's not. You
don't know that. You don't know that.
Brenda says I did. Brenda says yes. Mike, Andy is in the song at TMI. That's what Norma just said. TMI. That is correct. The Mike says the coin. I mean, Mike, you're so full of BS. You are so full of BS. Who's wearing pink?
Who's wearing pink? Wait a minute.
I had to stop and think. I was like, what am I wearing?
You're probably wearing granny panties, if I had to guess.
I am wearing gray. Yes, I am wearing gray.
Well, I always like to match, so I am wearing orange plaid boxers, if anybody is keeping reference.
Well, Brenda says, who is wearing the pink with lace? Now, she is a psychic, ladies and gentlemen. So
I'm going to guess Andy.
Who is wearing...
No, I take it back. It's probably 9701. It's probably him, so...
Please no granny panties, Diane says. Andy says, watch it. It's a baldly bite your tongue. I had to read that twice before I said it. My eyes. I know, right? My eyes.
I don't think anybody wants to picture me naked, so I'm okay with that.
No,
So,
I'm good. I'm good.
well,
Mike
you've
is
seen me naked,
ROFL.
so.
No, ladies and gentlemen, that is not true. That is not true.
Snakes and bears. That's all this is.
So,
So,
Mike's ROFL, Andy. Brendan says it's not true without pictures. That is correct. Andy says Mike is Scarborough. He's still dying from laughing. And Mike and Andy's hands down. What is the deal with you two guys tonight? I have the ones with the side thongs. Mike likes sparkles. Okay. So I got to tell you this. So
I know you like your sparkles. So
yeah. So I was telling my parents this, right? So I was an off-duty whore, right? I mean, when I say that, I'm talking every hour I can get, I would work, right?
Oh, I thought you meant something else for the holster sniffers there.
No, Glenn, you need to show Grizzly how to increase his font.
Well, I probably could if I ever talked to him, but that's another story. So.
Yeah, size. So size. Whoa.
They make machines for that. I'm sure you could probably, I don't know, XNXX them or something.
But anyway, so one of the things I worked at the time was a movie theater, and I did it. It didn't pay bad, but the benefits outweighed anything, right? So,
yeah, women sniffing that holster 24/7.
Free movies.
You're a cop. I know better.
Free movies anytime my family wanted and the kids wanted. Even the kids' friends got in free. Free popcorn. We bring our own.
You ruin it for everybody, don't you?
Yeah. Free drinks. Bring our own cups. Yeah. So I mean, they would go from movie to movie. You know, when I worked, and when I didn't work, I called them like, "Hey, can Shelby bring 4 friends?" They're like, "Yeah, man, go ahead. Yeah, we got them." And they bring their blankets and stuff. And so I was working one night.
So you do realize firemen don't get these benefits because we actually have to work.
Yeah,
so.
right.
Okay.
So
because when we're busy doing something like stuff's burning down, we're actually real lifesavers.
Right.
Y'all protect,
Scarborough is still in his birthday best, Brenda says. Brenda must have got an eye cam. Scarborough, she's laughing, came and spilled it, big fingers. Diane, catch any Pee-wee Herman? Hello.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of Pee-wee around you, if you know what I mean, folks.
So the general manager comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, Grizzly, man, we got a disturbance in movie theater 7. We think somebody's actually recording the film, the movie that's playing, and they're being rowdy." And I'm like, okay. I didn't ask what movie it was. So I go in there, and to walk into this movie theater, you had to walk along down side of it. Then we walk along down side of it. You're halfway in the movie theater, and you turn right, and you're actually in the middle of the movie theater. And I'm in uniform, and all of a sudden I hear people just screaming, like, and women are just jumping up and down, like, "Oh my God, this is great." And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Guess what was playing?
I'm going to guess that you went into your favorite movie, Brokeback Mountain.
No, Magic
Mike.
Wait
a minute. Magic Mike. That was my next
Magic Mike, yes. I immediately turned around and walked out, and they were booing me. I mean, literally just booing me out the rear. You know, like I ruined the movie. And I was like, I went up to the general manager, and I was like,
"Here comes supposed to shake your baton or something."
I was like, "Did you just punk me out?" And his whole staff, remember, these were kids working, and this guy's in his 30s, are rolling on the floor, and they're like, "I can't believe you fell for that, Grizzly." I was like, "You sons of guns, you." I didn't, man, when they left that movie theater, I was getting hugs, kisses. I mean, my face looked like I've been kissed 1,000 times.
And see, this is another reason I could never be a cop, because every one of those little teenage brats would have gotten tickets.
Oh my Lord!
Parked in front of hydrants, parked in the handicapped, failure to appear. Oh yeah, they'd have got everything. I'd have made up charges to give to them. See, I couldn't be a cop. They'd have probably shot one or two of them. So
Mike says I'm the star.
Mike is the star.
You could have been the star that night, man, because that movie theater was packed.
See, here's the thing. I know Mike would probably join in and do it. So he would probably He would have went out on stage moonwalking and then ripped off his shirt or something. So.
Oh, that was embarrassing, and especially when they left. Actually, I'll see if I can. Now I'll do it. I'll do it on next show. I'll show you a picture of me in uniform working off duty. I have to download it to the computer. But a daughter of mine took a picture of me standing next to the Ghostbuster thing. Remember I showed you that one?
Yeah.
That's when I was a lieutenant. Speaking of that, I actually sent that to you last night, and you didn't get it, what you asked for. And now
I never got it.
I went to my old computer. Now I can't find it. So I'm just gonna have to retype it.
Psychosis. It's a horrible thing.
Brennan says she has the dollars. Tiffany says I have dollars from the keep them in. Keep it in. Keep what? Oh, never mind. It took me a minute. I'm slow. On, she said. Tiffany's laughing. Deacon's laughing. Okay, yeah. It's funny now, but it wasn't back then. I was so embarrassed. I mean, I got punked by a bunch of kids and a general manager that acted like a kid, with probably like 375 people that were mostly all women in this movie theater.
As the manager of that, he paid a lot of money to do that to you. So I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh,
so
I bet they had bets because. So what happens is I didn't know this, ladies and gentlemen, but if you catch somebody recording in the studio or in the movie theater, you tell the people that's working the little ticket booth, because if they go in there and catch them, they get $500 bonus onto their on their check.
Sweet.
If I catch them, they don't get jack. If the general manager catches them, they don't get jack. So when you run to the snack stand, like, hey, so and so's in there with the iPad filming it, and they go tell a GM, they don't get it. Now, if you tell one of the employees, they get the reward. So make sure you keep that in mind. So yeah.
Well, I try not to rat people out because it usually ends up in gunfire. So.
Oh gosh. Scarborough says
snitches get stitches.
Yeah, I better cover up too many remote viewers.
We have some closet remote viewers listening tonight too.
Love it. I love it. Man, I tell you what, Scarborough, you never disappoint me in anything. Hey man, look, I threw it up there. Open mic, come on live to the show. Ask your questions. You got something funny to say. Come on, man. I'll send you the link. Come on live. Mike, Tiffany, Stormy, who is it? Deacon? Who else is Andy?
I don't know that I could handle the stress of that. We got a group tonight.
Yeah, we do.
We got what, 9, 10, 12 watching?
That's not right. We talked about that on the last show with all the different. So I advertised this one on 135 Facebook groups alone. Thank you, admins and moderators, for letting us go live in your groups.
Absolutely.
That's not counting on the other platforms that are rebroadcasting it to the other stations, to coast around the world, and all the other audio platforms that you'll have it uploaded tomorrow, like I will as well. Tiffany
I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but yeah.
Tiffany says 123 to go. What the heck does that mean? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Tiffany, 1, 2, 3, go. I got you. I'm a little slow tonight. That phone ordeal wore me out. So, Brenda, that's what happened earlier. All my phones went DOA. That means dead on arrival. 10-0.
You know how to fix that, don't you? Pay the bill.
The bill wasn't the problem. I've been having problems with these people.
Oh, what was the problem?
They switched my phone numbers around and turned them all off.
Okay.
So my main line that I usually talk to you on was a different phone number.
I don't even know what number to call you on. You've got like 8 phones. You're worse than a drug dealer, so.
Yeah, and that actually happened. I was talking to Brenda. She was, yeah, that's right. And it was just a nightmare. So.
You're worse than a drug dealer. I don't know what phone to call you on, so.
Oh, it's funnier than hell when I.
All 8 of them would go unanswered, but I don't know which one to call you on, so.
Oh, it's fine when you get pulled over and they're like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Nothing." They're like, "What's all those cell phones for?" I'm like, "I'm important." So they're like,
"In your mind?"
No, wait a minute. Somebody asked me that the other day in public, and they were.
Well, you walk around like Rescue Randy with all of them on your hip. Good Lord.
No, I
No
do
wonder you got
not.
back problems. Good
No,
Lord.
I do not. I put my little buggy that I scoot around on or push around on.
That
And
makes it so much better.
somebody asked me that, and they're like, "Why do you have so many cell phones?" And they said it condescending. And I was like, "You want to know why I have so many cell phones? Because I'm a pimp, is what I do, and I sell dope on the side. You want some?" And boy, they about
Whoa.
flipped out. They about flipped out, and I just walked off. Yeah, there you go, Mike Pimp. That's exactly what I said. So yeah,
Somebody go Google, what's it, Mr. White Shoes, and see if you can find a
hand,
good picture of me.
Brenda, hand me up for falls asleep on me, and I think we got married. Yeah. Did
I don't know
I
what
snore?
what was your hand doing up on her what?
No, hangs. Grizzly probably has lights and sirens on the buggy. Actually,
He's got a little badge that swings forward that says, "I is the police."
actually, say, you know what? Since you said
I don't
that,
really care. I don't really care. I was just being stupid. So.
since you said that, oh, that's my old one. That's from the county. Hold up.
Well, do you need me to get one of those little tags that go on bicycles
So
to put on
actually,
your
ladies and
scooter?
gentlemen, I do have my credentials from my retirement and
Oh,
everything.
that don't
Shows
mean
I'm
nothing. I just bought
retired.
one that says
So,
L.A. County Police Department the other day, so that don't mean
oh,
nothing.
I can sell you badges. I got an account. I still sell police department badges. Yes, you did. Yeah, I actually was thinking about for jokes. I have this battery thing, a portable battery. Remember those things for the old the what do you call those construction things on the side of the road that blinked yellow? Remember those things with the
little
big
caution
9
lights.
volts? Yeah.
It's two
I
6-volt. Yeah,
yeah, that's it. So I got a couple of those in my barn. And I thought, dude, I can hook those
me
up. They're
too.
these
Me
LED
too.
lights, right? I can duct tape them with black, hook those up. And then and I was like, oh, hell yeah. Then I was like, wait a minute. My luck in Kentucky, they'll probably get me for impersonating. So, yeah, he's getting in the toy box. Oh, damn. Ooh, I got a toy box, lady. Yeah. Oh,
Hold on,
Lord.
he's coming
Another
through on the
mic.
scooter.
Yep, yep. Dude, I gotta have one of those. What is it?
It's a flashlight. Perhaps you've seen them. They sell them at Walmart. So.
Oh, mine does. Mine does red and blue though.
Well, of course yours does. So.
Yeah, mine does red and blue. Yeah. Hold on, I done pulled it. Oh, what the hell was that?
Well, let's see. You were rolling backwards, and I'm going to guess you probably bumped into something.
There's no telling. Damn it! I'm taking stuff off the floor. All right, I'm back. So, yes, I used to sell red and blue lights. I was a sound off distributor when I owned my gun shop. I love sound off equipment, very bright. I sold it to across the rivers in Kentucky and Indiana to multiple fire departments, law enforcement agencies. Tiffany's laughing. So, yeah, I need lights for my wheelchair. Man, let me tell you something. I thought for the hell of it, just put some strobes on it with some ambers. And now, in the state of Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen, you can run in the rears ambers, white, and reds. And I thought about doing that. I'm out. What do you call that little stroller I got? What's the proper term?
Scooter. Well, does it have a seat?
Yeah, you can turn around and sit on it.
Yeah, it's a scooter. You have a
No,
scooter.
it's not a scooter we can ride.
What do you mean? If you're sitting on it, you're riding it.
No,
You can't shuffle your feet and move it along.
No, it's got handlebars and it's got brakes. It's like a walker, but it's walker on wheels with brakes. It's real fancy. It's got a little thing. Oh, dude. So when I went to physical therapy.
I don't know. I know that everybody from the ADA will be adding me at Sportcat on Twitter now.
So they asked me, they're like, how do you like your little thing there? I'm like, man, you gave me the sport type, man. When I go out, women look at me. Then I'm like, they do. They're like, yeah, but it's the wrong one.
Holy cow. And I just want to know. The women of Walmart are looking at you.
This is the 70s and 80-year-olds because I got this hot flashing pinstripe, pimped out walker that's flashy with rims. I'm not joking, ladies and gentlemen. It's got rims. And I was getting ready to get Armor All out today and wax them and make them look nice and shiny. So
why do I do this show?
Brenda says, Andy, me too. Yes, a
Why do I
walker.
do this show? It's like torture. It's just like torture listening to these old cripples talk. Oh my God. So.
Oh, hey, give me a link and I'll show you what my lights look like. Man, hey, let me tell you something, Mike. When I used to work off duty in Louisville, okay, we had the Louisville National Airport. Now, I work in a different state, and for respect for the departments, because what I do and what I do now, and the stupid stuff I did on the departments, I won't mention them. And I told Sportcat that last night.
Oh, I had no problem mentioning that I worked for a department that threw me under the bus, ran me over, and then just took me out to the cleaners. But that's all right. I'm sure I'll see him in court soon.
So we're sitting here on I-65, and this is where the planes come in to Kentucky, to Louisville National Airport, right? So no big deal. And we're blocking lanes so they can, pave the roads and stuff like that. And traffic unit pulls up. And he was like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, you ain't gonna believe this." I'm like, "What?" And there's three of us. And he's like, he starts laughing and he leans on the hood of my car and he's dying. I mean, just laughing. And I'm like, "Did I miss something?" He's like, "No, but I got a call from dispatch, and dispatch got a call from, see that tower over there?" I'm like, "Yeah." The planes are having a rough time seeing the runway. Booyah, Mike, beat that. My car looked like a UFO. That's how many lights I had on it. I had approximately $5,000 worth of lights on it, and it was a slick top. So imagine how many lights I had on that.
We used to call them whackers.
I had enough lights on that to where I can outfit 5-6 cars, no problem easily. So yeah. So I actually had to move my car further down 65 for the airplanes. So
Whacker.
I made the, yeah. So, but you know one thing though, when I work traffic, nobody in the right world of mind can ever say, "Well, officer, I was so drunk, I didn't see you coming." It was like, "What the heck is that? Oh my God!" And they would have to stop, Yeah, Andy says, "Good Lord, Grizzly." Yeah, well, when you're a sound off distributor, man, not only did I get the demo lights, I also got below distributor costs, on stuffs to demo them myself to other departments. And yes, they were red and blue, absolutely. Yeah, I was a sworn officer, and it was an unmarked police car, absolutely, Mike.
So you know what firemen buy? We buy life safety equipment. I buy stuff to help save other people's lives. So.
No, you don't. You buy those damn police handcuffs and badges at Walmart and those little plastic hats. I seen y'all slide up and down the post trying to chase each other to handcuff them.
I don't know what fire department you were at, but I've not been to that one.
So you're trying to tell me y'all don't play cops and robbers at the fire department?
I am absolutely telling you, in my 25 plus year career, I've never played cops and robber one time.
Then why'd you laugh?
Because you're stupid.
He says I'm stupid. I just don't think he wants to tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway,
I won't deny I may have shot at somebody a time or two, but I never played cops and robbers.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, people are upset because unfortunately I did hurt myself at the doctor's, and I was not able to go down and film Glenn sleeping and throwing holy water on
we
him.
need to put some context on this. I was abandoned like a rescued dog. Is really what happened. So
hey, I had my vehicle loaded. I was ready to go the night before.
I don't know that. There was no proof.
I could have took pictures. I should have done that just to rub it in your face. But
you'd have probably done remarkable.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Met lots of people. So.
Oh, I bet you did. But my plan was just go down there. I didn't give a shit. Just shoot about the show. Grizzly, Mike has something to show you. I'm ready, Andy. I got to see this. As long as it's PG-13, I'm good.
Oh, so, I'm good for R. Make it R.
So, I hurt myself, and the plan was going down there regardless of the show. I didn't give 2 cents, but I was going to go because, he wanted to do a show. let him get on live. Well, Grizzly Chris, let me type it out and send me a message, PM on Messenger, and I will send you the link. Grizzly Chris. And let me know when you send it, because sometimes my security's so tight, I'll go to my spam folder.
I just won't answer it. One or the other. So
they wanted to see me get Sportcat on film live, ladies and gentlemen, live.
I have a pistol
put a
within arm's
crucifix
reach
on
in
his
left and
forehead
right hand.
and bless him with holy water and see what was going to happen.
I can tell you, I have a pistol at arm's length on my left hand and my right hand. I can tell you exactly what would have happened. So
yeah, nothing, because
there
I
would have
already
been
had
shots fired.
I already had it unloaded.
Listen, I'd have heard it squeak, 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 squeak as you hobble your ass in there with that roller of yours. Yeah. And I'd have been like, don't you do it. I'll bust a cap in your ass. So.
Oh, man. But everybody was really looking forward to that video. And I was. I had my holy water pack. I had my. And I had the crucifix that wouldn't
for
break.
Whoever those people are, you can go ahead and message me, because I can guarantee I can send you a much more entertaining video than Chris getting shot. So.
All right, I just got a ding. Let's see who it's from.
Oh, mercy.
Let's see here.
40 minutes of my life I won't get back. I'm kind of terrified.
Wow. Oh, it's Mike. Mike.
Yeah,
says,
that's why I said I'm kind of terrified. Yeah, I got 40 minutes already of my life gone. Now we're gonna bring this in. I need to just go ahead and turn on the radio.
We are family. So now, actually, once we're done with Mike, I actually have a story that actually happened to an investigator I want to tell you about. It's very shocking. Brenda heard it on the last show, and I wanted to run it by you, invite guest. It terrified. When he told me the story, it gave me goosebumps, and boy, did I lash out to a lot of people, especially what happened. All right, Mike, you got it. All you got to do, sir, is click on it, and I will bring you live on the show, Mike. Yes. So while he's coming on, what happened is that this is a very well-known investigator in the paranormal spiritual world. Been working on this house for probably about a year or so, and very, very demonic activity. Things being thrown, things being broken, scratches, bruises, marks, lacerations. I mean, you name it, they have it. Family of 6, mom and dad, 4 kids. Make a long story short, the investigator, the lead investigator, the owner of the group, was in the bathroom, heard this in his ear. I am many, but I'm the one. He was so terrified, he ran out of the house. He doesn't even remember if he was even taken care of or whatever, and ran straight to the car. He was shaking. I see him, Mike. I'll bring it right on. And they caught some EVPs, and one of the EVPs they caught is like, I'm going to kill all the children. And they got many EVPs, and they're like, trying to debate, do we need to tell the parents what's going on and what we caught? And they're trying to figure this out. And they're like, yeah, we need to sit down with mom and dad and get the kids away and be like, hey, look, this is what we're capturing, right? And this is what we're dealing with. And well, they did. And the dad's like 6'4", 350 pounds, 370, bodybuilder guy. I mean, not afraid of jack. I mean, he'll probably snap my neck with just flicking it, right? Big boy. I'm talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger guy when he was younger. And he said, "I'll screw that ghost. I'm not afraid of anything. They won't hurt me, my wife, and they sure in the hell won't hurt my kids." And he rambled on, and they were all freaking out. No, don't. So anyway, so they wrapped up the investigation. They left, and they didn't get a call back. They're like, well, we must have scared them. We probably shouldn't have told them everything up front right away. Maybe we should have broke it to them easily. I was like, man, there's really no way to break something like that. I said, it's not like you sit there and you told them, you actually played it, right? And he's like, yeah, we played it for them because we captured on EVP. 3 days later, the mother calls hysterical crying. And he's like, who's this? And she mentions her name. He's like, yeah, what's going on? She says, well, I got some sad news. My 14-year-old, let's call her Lizzie, died. And he said, what? She's, trying to talk to him. They found her deceased up in the attic in her bedroom, which a lot of activity occurred from. And they did an autopsy report. Healthy girl, very healthy. Nothing wrong with her at all. But she had a heart attack. And the wife was like, you tried to warn us. My husband didn't listen. Do you think that had anything to do with it? Now, that is an awful question to be asked. Now, he did the right thing, okay? He said, I'm not for sure if it was, but I still wouldn't have challenged it like he did and said those words because we don't know. And I thought that was a good answer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're catching EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon like that, and you're sitting there and telling somebody to go F themselves and you're not scared and they throwing crap and breaking stuff and marking your body and leaving bruises, first off, why do they not move? That was my question. That was their question because the husband refused to, and they still live there to this day. Now, they had clergymen out there. They have people out there, and they still can't get rid of this or whatever it is. And ladies and gentlemen, stuff like this does not go away. It goes away temporarily or it's there forever, no matter what you do. So, I mean, what do you think about that?
It's not entirely true, but yeah. I mean, there's some things that are better not messed with. So, I mean, I'm not going to cast judgment upon the fella, but
I wouldn't have done that though, man. I mean,
well, there's some things you just don't play with. So,
yeah,
in my experience, I've seen things that like similar, and you just don't play with those things. You get professionals involved. So, and that's the other problem is you get a lot of these people that want to go out there with their little REM pods and go, "Ooh, you got ghosts." No, you got something, and you need to get it out. So.
right.
I
Scarborough,
know of a
you can go
house in
back and watch
Virginia.
that show from last night's when it was.
I know of a house in Virginia that actually burnt to the ground 3 times, and they rebuilt it with the same bricks. So, you can't fix stupid sometimes. So,
No, you're not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike, welcome to the
Oh.
show there, sir.
Hey,
How you doing?
hey, 9701.
that's me.
Yeah,
You able
what's
to hear me all right?
happening?
Where are you at?
So I'm at the firehouse.
Oh,
There's a couple
Lordy.
of us hanging out like here. Let's see if I can.
Oh, okay. So are you all playing cops and robbers and trying to handcuff each other?
So we can do a poll here.
We did that earlier.
I told you, Glenn.
So look,
Whackers.
we did. It was kind of fun. We enjoyed each other. Just a few little bruises, no big deal. Did lose a key. We had to cut the one cuff off, and then
that actually happens.
Yeah, that's true. So here's Fran. She has the
Oh, Fran.
Yeah,
Fran. Hey, Fran. I finally get to put a face to the voice.
Welcome.
Fran, you are now live around the world.
Glenn? Remember Glenn on the radio?
That's me. Yeah. The ugly guy. Yeah. The ugly guy in orange. That's right. Yeah.
That's it. That's how that goes. So, and then
it is how it goes.
I got my lieutenant here too. There's Chris. How you doing? There he is.
Hello.
Hey,
welcome.
Hey, by the way, Mike owes me a T-shirt. I just want to get that on the record too.
Oh, yo.
I'll get him a T-shirt. I'll get you a T-shirt. I promise you. So, what I wanted to show you guys were talking about the red and blue lights and stuff like that. We have these little guardians that they're magnetized. You can put them on your vest.
Those were coming out hot when I was getting out.
Well, I love it. It's very bright. Ours have the red and blues. You can do just one side if you want. So here's just the front. Of course, the back's off. So if you can, not be blinded, stuff like that. And same with the front. But so, I mean, it's a little behind on our topics we were talking about. I was trying to bring it up when you were showing your little light from, I guess, Walmart, maybe. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
Where that
yeah.
came from.
But see, now when I used to do traffic and stuff at night and all that, we had the Stingray or the Stinger flashlights. That's what the
Right.
police use. Remember
Yep.
those?
Yep.
We had the
Still have 'em.
in-charger cars. Yeah. The new ones I like because they're a lot brighter than the ones we had. But
Mhm.
you had the strobes and all that with it, and I would strobe mine and I would walk with it facing away from me towards traffic, waving it up and down to let them know, hey, I'm out of my car. Look, I'm walking alongside the road. Don't run over
Right.
me. You know, and only reason I would do that if I was not able to make a safe approach on the passenger side. If I'm by myself, I'm always on the passenger side, making the approach. That's just way, you know, just for safety. So
I got you.
but I love those. Those were really starting to come out, and
Mhm.
I think those were the neatest things. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Right? It's always one of those things.
Well, you know what else is pretty cool is it's magnetized, so I can stick it on like my ATV when we're doing like events and so forth, so on as well.
That is
So
cool. That
yeah,
is real
I
cool.
like it. It's not real cheap. I forget what the price was for it.
I
But they're
think it
really
was like
nice.
70 something bucks when we were looking at them.
Well, this is a bigger one. This is the bigger one. So that was the
Is it?
$70 was the mini one. This is more like the $150 one.
Okay.
But
Okay.
they gave us a little bit of the deal because we bought like 10 or 15 of them.
Wow.
Okay.
Good deal.
Yeah, not bad.
Sounds like your department's taking care of you. I like it.
Yeah, now that all came from the auxiliary side. It didn't come from the fire department side.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
It would be probably just all red on that point because they are sticklers on having proper colors here on whatever duties you're doing.
But you know, Sportcat and I was talking about in Indiana, which offends me, is that the fire department, let's just call it the volunteer, okay? They run blue only, right? No sirens, nothing. That means, and I would see them before sitting at a stoplight with a red stoplight running their lights. And I would get up next to them and clear the traffic and let them go through, which is illegal. But, you know, I always tell people, and I've seen people drive down the road and intentionally in a 55-mile-an-hour zone get down to 40 and stick out their left hand and give them a bird. And legally, there's the only thing I could stop them for is impeding traffic. And that's where you're actually obstructing the flow of traffic, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going below the speed limit. And write them a citation for it and whatever else I can find after that. And the reason why I say that, not to be hateful, but if that's your grandmother or family member that volunteer is going to that needs medical help or a fire, why would you want to obstruct them? You know, I would probably pull over to the side of the road, let them go around you because they are not allowed to pass you or anything. Now in Kentucky, oh hell no, man! They drive in the opposite lane. They drive through the median, up the embankments. I mean, it's game on. It's like the Dukes of Hazzard. So yeah. I
Now,
mean, they
see,
run light sirens and everything.
Maryland doesn't have any. None of the volunteers are allowed to have a courtesy light in their vehicle. I mean, you can have your normal amber light, but you can't have it on while you're driving. You have it when you're sitting still somewhere because that's kind of anybody can have an amber light. Yeah. Used to be years ago they used to have everybody had reds. This was before I think I was born. Now at some point the volunteer chiefs, the assistant deputy chief, and the regular chief could have a red light in their vehicle and do the same exact thing you just said. They can have it on going to the scene, but they have to still obey by all the traffic laws. They have to stop at the red lights and so forth, so on, and work their way around.
Pull the fire up and just listen to it.
What are we doing? Oh, so apparently there's a fire in Brunswick.
Yeah, apparently there is. Come on, pull it up so we can listen.
Well, I'm live on YouTube right now, so you have to be a couple minutes. So.
Wow.
Wow, that's a whacker. He wants to jump a call there, doesn't he?
Right, yeah. Yeah,
How many
guys
how many pagers does he have on his belt there? I'm just curious.
He don't have any sweatpants on. He's trying to be the Magic Mike sweatpants. You know
Magic Mike. Here comes that again.
Exactly.
Now, when I was younger, when I was on the volunteer fire department, we were allowed to run lights and sirens, but we had to take the defense tactic course, driving course, right? And then we had to get a card issued. And each time that we would make it to the fire department, and within so many minutes, we got paid $7.50 for gas for showing up. And that's how we got reimbursed for our time. Now, if you showed up after X amount of time, you didn't get the money, and we got paid every 90 days. So, if you did 70, 80 calls and, in 90 days, that actually added up to a good little small chunk of change when you're, 18, 19 years old. So,
right. Well, here they had the $10 per call after 40. So you have to have 40 calls first, and then they give you $10 a call, regardless if it's a 5-minute call or a 3-minute call or whatever.
So they didn't really increase it that much then, but that's after 40. Wow.
And that's relatively new. That's only probably a few years old.
Really?
Yeah. We have what's called LOSAT, where you can get a tax subtraction modification, and that's I think we're up to 7,000. You can take 7,000. You can claim 7,000. Ends up being like $700 you take off your taxes, but you can claim $700 or 7,000 if you maintain 50 points, and it's not just calls. 40 points for calls, 15 for being an elected position or appointed position, and then being on a committee and some training points and stuff like that. So you can get
That's cool.
That'll help you at the end of the year for your taxes. That really does come in.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see where that would be helpful.
Man, you would not believe the write-offs I had working off duty, because we were allowed to claim 2 firearms per year. So, yeah. Yes. So
there you go.
No, but I do like those lights. They became really popular. I'm really happy for the person, the manufacturer that came out with them. It has saved a lot of first responders on the side of the road.
On average, 100
awesome.
responders per year down the roadways. So
Right. We actually had a not responders, I guess. We had a really bad accident just happened up here in Baltimore on 695. Another car was merging into the fast lane and cut a car off that was coming up. Now, the car in the fast lane was rolling pretty fast, but it still wasn't their fault. The car from the middle lane came over, got hit by the car in the fast lane, got pushed up over Jersey barrier, and took out 6 construction workers. And I mean, it was a rough looking scene. It was pretty bad. So, we actually put the governor ordered the flags to go at half mast and stuff like that. So that's going to be a hot topic for a little while. We're going to be, probably talking about that for a little bit.
So what they're doing here in Kentucky is because of the speed limit laws in construction zones are not being obeyed, and the state police cannot keep up with the traffic that are people that are breaking the laws. They want to install the portable cameras that reads the license plates and tag you in speed, and you get a ticket in the mail. And that's actually in the House right now to be passed, and it's going to pass. And I'm like, dang it, because when they're not working, it's like they need to be turned off. And that was actually challenged in Indiana when I was still on the department. The workers were not working, and the person got a speeding ticket in a work zone, and they took it to court. And they told the judge, I got video that nobody was working, so why am I being charged this? And the judge was like, well, and that said president. So that was interesting. I couldn't believe he actually won.
I don't think anybody's done that here yet, because 100%. Yeah, so one of the guys here says he is definitely against it, and I am too.
How can they prove who was driving the vehicle?
It goes to the vehicle, though. That's why they don't care who's behind the vehicle.
Nope.
But listen, if you're driving my truck, right, you get pulled over by a cop for speeding, you get the ticket, not my truck.
Yeah. Are you listening to them, by the way?
Yeah.
This is cool.
So
go ahead.
Now, if you go buy a speed camera, so now all of a sudden just my truck gets a ticket, you don't know who the fuck was driving.
Oh, he said the F word. Sorry, I
So-
didn't let him know that I was live.
Now-
Sorry about that.
Now, when they installed the Indiana bridges to Kentucky to Indiana and Kentucky to Indiana, those cameras actually take pictures of the drivers. So I don't know if they're going to do the same thing or not. So I don't know. I have no idea.
Whenever we get hit by the speed cams here, it does just go to the owner of the vehicle.
Same in
Right.
Georgia.
There's no points assessed, stuff like that. So, but
In Georgia,
these
they will
vehicles-
suspend your vehicle registration.
Well, here's some of the placement of these vehicles don't make any sense. Like there'll be one like half a mile before, like we have one here on 70, half a mile before the construction zone. As soon as you pass that car, you can go back up the speed and violate it again. You know, so it's pointless. If you really want to play, if you're there because you want people to slow down the work zone, then be at the work zone, not before the work zone, not like a mile or half a mile before the work zone. Because once you get past it, you're back up to whatever speed you want to have at that time. So,
Yeah, I mean that is a valid point, and
you're not forced to pay it.
Right.
In Georgia, they won't allow you to re-register the vehicle. It's like a lien against it.
Yeah,
So-
and that's here. We call them flags on our stuff. They'll flag your registration. So you go try to renew it. No, you have to take care of a parking ticket, take care of vehicle emissions, or those type of fees.
Yep.
And
see, they got rid of our emissions in Kentucky years ago because it was crooked with all the politicians, and you know they were pocketing the money, and because a lot of people paid in cash, and you know,
What's it matter with emissions in Kentucky? All y'all do is burn coal up there, so you're just ruining the environment. So
no, this was back then. I mean, for you to have your license, before you have your vehicle registered, like he said, you had to go through vehicle emission testing.
Yep.
And
Georgia,
boy,
you do too,
they always looked in there to see if your check engine light was on. We always put black tape over it.
Black tape or a picture, or go back behind.
And it's like, you know, if your computer ain't going to pick
computer
it up,
catches it
tell
then,
you. Yeah, right. So absolutely. Andy says, "Hey, I just got kicked off the podcast, so don't let me back on." Really?
Yeah,
Andy?
he sent me something on the radio about that. He said he got kicked off, but I didn't get a chance to holler back at him here a second.
That's strange. It looks like everything's working on my side. I'm glad he said that.
It's because we have those Maryland. It's because we have those Maryland firemen.
Did you get back in?
What it is. So.
Anybody else having problems?
No, won't let me on.
Try closing your browser and bring it back up again.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Well, the internet completely kicked me off is what happened.
Oh, the internet. Okay.
We have lovely Antietam cable here.
What do y'all think about America and TikTok? What do you think is going to happen?
I got rid of it. I'm not worried about data mining. I just got rid of it because, you know, after a while it was okay, but there's
still alive.
You start getting some.
Yeah, we're still live, ladies and gentlemen.
Getting some videos that you don't really want to see all the time. Yeah, we're still live. We're talking about TikTok now.
Oh, let me tell you. Well, I won't say it on the air, but I had to tell you off the air what somebody did to me with certain videos. I couldn't figure out why I was getting them over and over. Sportcat knows. He was dying laughing about it, but yeah, that was kind of whatever. Thanks to my daughter.
Showing me the one from last week.
He's clicking on the wrong link.
All right. Let me see if we can send you a link to get in. Hang on.
Send him the link that I sent you.
All right, hang on a second.
But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, America government wants to get rid of TikTok because China, the guy that made TikTok lives in China, and allegedly they are.
Actually, that's not correct. He doesn't live in China. He lives in Thailand.
He actually lived in China before he moved to Thailand. But he still has ties to China. China.
It's a Chinese corporation.
Yeah. So, wow.
It's one
Look
of those
who we
things.
got here.
Hey. How about that?
Welcome to the show.
Another loyal listener.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Lucky number 9.
Party, ladies and gentlemen.
What did I
We're gonna have
do?
some fun. Yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah. What did I do to get this honor?
It is an honor to be graced by my
Oh,
presence.
Lord.
So.
Man, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
I'm spreading my goodwill and joy throughout the world. All right, so Mike, you got to take us out to see the fire trucks and make some noise with the sirens and stuff. Come on, be a whacker. Do it. So.
Is that what they're getting ready to do? Jump on the truck? Hey, man, go live and do it. Take us with you.
Yeah, well, Mike, camera access. Click yes, or just click
Sorry, I was just talking to Andy.
Yes.
Doing
Tell them to click yes.
Yeah. So,
ladies
click
and
yes.
gentlemen, I got sad news. EMF Derry is not going to be able to make the show tonight. He's got a family emergency. It is actually
That's unbelievable.
It is actually going on 2 something in the morning.
It's late there, yeah. It is. It's like 5 hours ahead of us. So.
I hope everything's okay with your dad.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'll make it up. Not a problem, man. Take care of family first, brother. So
family is always first.
He
so
feels
yes.
really, really bad because he knows how much advertising we've done on this.
And I made some really cool artwork. I never heard if he liked it or not, but I made some really cool artwork.
Actually, he did. With all the other gazillion things that's been wrong this week, and me hurt myself, and the phones put me over the
did
edge.
something right. All right, sweet.
You know, yeah. So that was you with the PK, right?
What?
PK. You know, psychics and use PK to break things, manipulate things.
Are you talking to me, or are you?
Yeah, I'm talking to
the
you.
Voice that, I don't know what you're talking about, so I guess it wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You know what PK is.
No, I know what MK Ultra is, but
don't bring that up.
God, please, no.
I was abducted.
No.
I was cloned. My grandmother's second cousin, brother, sister's father's son's uncle is a reptile.
Hey, don't talk about reptiles now. That'll jump up and bite you in the butt.
I don't want to get bitten by a snake. So
Tiffany Jackson says, "Hey, Brenda.
Hey,
all right, Mike,
Tiffany.
show us some fire trucks. Come on, Mike, show us some fire trucks."
All right.
You know what? I've got to tell you something right now. Hang on. Before anybody does anything. Wait.
Yes. Wait for it.
When I was a little girl, I've had this thing for firemen.
Oh, Mike, you're in trouble.
Hang on.
Hold on.
We have these guys that come every year at Christmas, and I swear they pick the sexiest firemen. They stand out in the street corners with a boot. One day I went by them 8 times.
Stand up, Andy.
He's in a wheelchair. Don't make fun of the cripple. Good Lord.
I put all my money in their boot. I get to the last guy.
I love you, Andy.
I get to the last guy. I had no more money. Dude, I threw my debit card in the boot and said, "Do you need my PIN number?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What the hell is up with Grizzly?
I don't know what he's doing.
That's funny. Ladies and gentlemen, that is funny. Now, what we did. Now, listen to this. Mike and Randy, this is what we did. In the summertime,
Andy,
when they used to
Andy,
collect, or Andy, I'm sorry. What we did is we went and bought 2 cases of beer, and we drove around from county to city, and everybody that was collecting money, we would drop cold beers in their boots and drive off. Man, were they happy.
Yeah, I like that idea. I wish they'd done that on duty for me. I like that idea.
You see him run in the bush.
He doesn't only have the hat on, but it
I
says,
know, right?
It says he's a 10.
Ooh.
It says he's a 10.
I gotta blow him up here. There we go.
Now, wait a minute. I want to know something here. Does that helmet come in large? Because you got like an extra tiny on or something there.
I'll tell you what.
Now, for our fans that will be listening this tomorrow on audio only, we have a very bald, obese fireman here with a big yellow helmet on. Or a little yellow.
No.
Hey, we're jolly. We're jolly.
Oh, my God.
But he is a 10. Oh, Lord.
Andy,
Oh
how do you
my
put up
God.
with all this stuff, Andy?
I don't know. It's fun.
Andy puts up with all of us sometimes. We get on the radio. We have a radio chat channel we get on, and we all go back and forth, and Andy keeps us under check. That's what we need to do. We need to get Brenda on there is what we need to do. So
it takes
We can
that
do
kind
it.
of personality to do that type of work. So they're all just as crazy. So it's all good.
Well, Andy is an award-winning photographer with the fire department, so he gets out and helps in the
Really?
community too. Yes, he is. So I've seen quite a bit of his stuff. So he does good work. So,
Congratulations. That's
and
awesome.
you can't miss Mike coming because he's got 27,000 volts of light going out. So
Next
Without
job.
a doubt. I'm also very vocal too. I make sure everybody can hear it. All right, Andy, I'm responding. I'm coming here. I'm going there. Where we have you? What do you see? What do you hear?
And the lights shine off his head, so it's real bright.
Next job, I want a fire hat. That's somebody's job. Somebody give me a fire hat.
Look, he's got the light.
Oh,
wait a minute. Hold on. Let me
He's
get
gonna
some
start
music
dancing
for you.
now.
There we go. Get some
We need
music
some bump
there.
chicka wow
Wait,
wow
where's
music.
my wallet?
There we go. There we go. Yeah,
Oh, good
baby.
Lord.
Shake it. Shake it. Yeah.
You talk about me wanting to have a porn show, okay?
Different
I'm just
occasion.
pointing out here.
Hey, he's got his clothes on, you
Why
know.
isn't he swinging on
Don't
the pole?
encourage him.
I know
Yeah.
this person has
Yeah,
a
please
pole.
don't.
Get the pole.
She's asking you to
I don't-
ride on the pole.
Yeah.
All
Where's
I got-
the pole?
All I got is my hose. I don't have the pole.
Oh, man.
All I have is the hose.
Oh.
Hey,
Boy,
look, I'm a-
everybody's just jumping off the show. They're like, the hell with this show.
All right, so we're down to what, 2 listeners now. All right.
yeah.
No, actually,
I'm a
we
hose
got more
beater.
than that.
We
We
just
got
dropped
more
to
than that.
0 viewers.
Yeah.
Everybody
That's
Be
one way to
18 or
kill 'em.
older to view this show.
The people that tuned in for a
Yeah, they
rock
saw
and
you
roll
dancing
show
and
are
ran.
going, we've got a bunch of crazy bald people on here.
Yeah, I know,
Hey,
man. I'm sorry
hey,
about that.
What is this? This is not
Well,
bald.
Well, no.
You know what? And ladies and gentlemen, I
Neither
know
is this.
I am bald, right? But I shave my head. I actually do have hair, so
He shaves more of his head, but that's another story. So
Yeah.
Mine looks
can't
like
let
the
it-
globe.
You know what?
You know.
You cannot let it grow back now, anyways, because when you start to grow it back, you'll look like a chia pet.
Yeah.
You gotta
Hey.
keep shaving it.
Deacon says, "Hey, Magic Mike, I lost my shirt. Can I have your?" Oh, Woo, I think it's getting hot in here,
Was
ladies
that
and
a-
gentlemen.
Was that a comment for take it off?
Woo.
No. Go lay down.
Oh my lord!
Go lay down. Go lay down.
Quick dispatch.
Oh,
Hit the
I thought he was
claxon.
telling Mike to go lay down.
I was gonna lay down. I was like, I don't want to.
Oh, laughter's good for the heart, Jimmy. Scarborough, I haven't laughed this hard. I needed it today. I know Sportcat needed it. It's been a rough week, man. It's been a rough day. I mean, my gosh, it's
Fran.
just one thing after another. Yes, ma'am.
No, I was calling Fran. There's Andy.
Oh, hey.
See, now we got everybody on here.
Hey, we still got
Why
more. Hey, we still got room for more.
The more, the merrier.
Yeah,
Jump in.
we could have up to 10 people on this playlist. So come on, Deacon, you want to roll with us?
Oh, she's
Scarborough.
lost her shirt. I don't know. We
Scarborough,
gotta keep
put some clothes on
PG-13
and
here.
get on the show.
We're sounding like more like Howard Stern.
Well, you see, I told you I wanted to do a special kind of show.
So, ladies, what's going on over there? Unbelievable.
Welcome to Mike in the Misfits.
Yeah, there we
Mike and the
go.
Misfits.
There we go.
Andy, I'm
So-
going to get Brenda in there with us. I believe she would be great in our group to keep us in line as well. So I'm going to try and
man.
teach.
I had a bad TMI moment right there because we were talking about Magic Mike. We're talking about shirtless. Then you're saying we're gonna get Brenda in the group.
I'm talking about
Wait,
this group.
listen. So the other day I was on the phone. I think I was talking to Glenn, and we were talking about some stuff with you. And my caregiver says, "Do you feel like a marshmallow in between their s'mores?" I thought I was gonna die.
Oh my God.
I was like, What?
Man, y'all
I
brought
swear
tears
to
to
God,
my
if
eyes.
anybody pours chocolate on me, I'm gonna whoop you.
Nah, I ain't gonna pour chocolate, man. I'm gonna pour that holy water on you.
Yeah, right.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
is that the chief? Was that the
No,
chief? Oh.
that's I want to show him that Andy was on. We got Andy.
Oh, was that Lieutenant Dan?
No.
Hello, Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan. Hello, Lieutenant Dan.
No, that's no. Is he in the rescue? That's the paramedic.
No, Deacon says I want a shirt, Sportcat. May get me one. I'd come on, but I lost my front tooth to the anal surgeon last week. Oh, sorry, oral surgeon.
Oh my God. Grizzly needs his
Deacon, I'm
glasses
so
checked.
sorry. I'm still trying to learn to use my glasses. Oral surgeon.
I didn't get oral and anal mixed up. Oh, the taste. Never mind. Just never mind.
If it's oral and you lost a tooth, or if it's anal and you lost a tooth, there's a problem.
If you lost an
And
anal
needs his
tooth,
checked.
if you lost an anal tooth, there's definitely an issue. So,
Oh, I'm crying. Deacon, I'm so sorry. Please forgive
you
me.
do realize this is another friend I've probably just lost tonight. So,
Yeah, I was actually supposed to send you something, so hopefully you still look at it for me. So,
Again, Mike, you're now in charge of this podcast. Mike and the Misfits.
my gum is still
Somebody
too
needs to
darn
take
sore to
control.
put my
We've lost
fake
our
one
minds.
in. Oh,
I've lost a
Lordy,
lot
yeah.
of things. So,
I love it.
Oh.
I'm glad we
Well,
lost.
actually, they still haven't fixed my tooth. I got to call my dentist. I don't have any anal teeth. I hope not.
Dude.
That would be awful.
just trying to picture it, but never mind.
I'm telling
I
you, man,
didn't.
just get some new ones.
Poor Mike's over there turning red. There must
Grizzly,
be a
get some new
story
ones.
about this, Mike.
You hear me? You just need to get some new ones. I drop mine on the floor all the time. No big deal. They don't break. They don't scratch. Nothing. We're good. Get some new ones. Yep. That's the way to do it.
You know, I had a battalion chief I worked with at a department, and we're going down the road one night when I was on the chief's buggy, and it's 3:00. We got a working fire, and he is like just jumping around in the seat, and I'm going, "What the hell's wrong with the chief? He's never this anxious or excited about calls. I don't understand." And he's like digging at his pants and jumping around, and he won't talk to me. And I'm like, "Are you okay, chief?" And he's like, "I'm fine." He goes, "But when we get to the fire, I've got to find a place." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So he just kept bouncing around and just making all kinds of noise. He's like, "Take the radio, I'll be back." Okay, I'm in charge. So after the shift, I asked him, I was like, "What were you doing?" He says, "I have a bad habit that I will no longer have." I was like, "Do tell." He said, "At night when I go to bed on my bunker pants beside the bed, I put my false teeth in between the bunker pants."
Oh,
He goes,
man.
"This came in as a working fire with people trapped. I jumped in my turnout gear, and his false teeth were biting his nuts the entire time they were going to the call." And I'm like, "Chief, I'm glad I didn't know that." So yeah,
I can actually picture that. I can picture that.
Yeah.
The only thing that I ever did that scared the heck out of me, Deacon's like, "Holy crap!" She's laughing. I was working the city, and my thing is never live where you work, especially on the PD, and it's because of the arrest and the people, whatever. You know where I'm going. So
Yes, right.
I was driving home, and it was one of those ones where like, I gotta go to the bathroom now. So I'm like, I'm in a marked unit. I'm going fast, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make it home. Nope. So I'm getting off this exit, and there's a Thornton's, friendly, lovely spot for police officers. So I run in there, and nobody is around. I'm like, hello, police. Police! I'm like, great, they're being robbed.
Code Brown coming through.
And I'm about to go all over myself. I'm running to the bathroom. I'm like, I'm getting my cell phone out, and I'm calling the chief. And he's like, "Why are you whispering?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm on Thornton's. I'm not gonna name the street because I'll give it a dead giveaway." And I'm like, "Nobody's in the store." He's like, "What do you mean there's nobody in the store?" I'm like, "Dude, there's nobody at the counter. I identified myself. I think it's being robbed. He's like, well, what store are you at? I was like, I told you what store I'm at. He's like, what do you want me to do? I was like,
come shoot somebody.
Call dispatch and send them a couple units over here. He's like, well, what are you doing? I said, I told you what I'm doing. He said, well, go out and look. I said, I can't go out and look, Chief. Just call dispatch. He was like, you call dispatch. Yeah, well, this is Officer Grizzly. I'm on the commode right now, and I think the store's being robbed. Can you imagine that being played on the national news? No, don't think so. So I hurry up.
Or some podcast like this getting a hold of it.
Yeah. So I hurry up as fast as I can, and I'm sweating. I'm like dying. I'm like, man, there's somebody dead behind the counter. They're out in behind the desk or in the back room waiting for me to ambush me. And I'm ready. I'm prepared to fear the worst. And I'm walking around and I look behind the counter. I'm like, nobody. And next thing you know, I feel a hand go, hey, man, I about crapped all over myself again. It was the worker. I'm like, what the hell? Where'd you come from? She's like, I was in the back stalking. I didn't know you was in here. I said, I didn't know you was in here. I said, I got police cars. Well, look, here comes my buddies. Well, I thought you was being robbed. So, yeah, that got very humorous for like the next 30 to 45 days.
Yeah. When you make a mistake in public sector, we tend not to let it be lived down. So.
Yeah. So now, unfortunately, we were on a different channel than almost said the city. That would have been bad. But then the other city. And
I'm revoking your clearance.
Yeah. And there's no telling how that call went out. And I could imagine, yes, they got an off-duty Grizzly in the bathroom at Thornton's. It's possibly being wherever the code was at the time for being robbed. Armed robbery in progress.
Off-duty officer locked in the stall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Requesting backup. And
bring your pike pole, guys. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'll tell you, I stopped wearing lapel mics, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you wear a lapel mic, if you hit the receiver to talk, you can still hear. So me being a girl, of course, my radio's on my belt. I pull my pants down to go to the bathroom, and I'm peeing, and everybody can hear it.
Oh,
and I had no
tinkle, tinkle, little star.
I was like, I said, I go to call them and let them know I'm clear, and they said, "Yeah, we realized that."
Everything worked right out.
What?
Never mind. Hey, Sportcat, did you hear recently where in Fairfax someone's microphone got keyed up and there was
audio porn.
Audio
was the legal definition of it. Yes, it went out over the radio. Yes.
Yeah, but they
actually I have that.
Oh, do you? So
yes.
Someone was actually listening to it, not participating in it, but that's what they were worried about. So
that's correct. And they had erotic porn.
And the worst thing about these radios we got now is it identifies who you are. It's not like the old.
Yes. I was just going to bring that up because the old days when you screwed up on the radio, we would.
You didn't have to tell anybody who you were.
And that was everybody laughing at you. Then when we went to the new radios, it would say Grizzly and it would ID my badge number on it or my call sign, and that sucked.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You can't get by with much with the new radios. The trunking catches you. So yeah. Well, I worked for quite a while in dispatch, so I have plenty of humorous stories about the crews doing silly things.
Oh, Mike and Andy. So I was a captain on this one department, captain detective, and I was out at night, and I'm listening to the two officers, and he's actually
wait, you were in charge of a whole two?
Yeah, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a big department, but we had two officers out on patrol, and
how many bullets did they have between you all? No, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about bullets. That was horrible when I first got on there, but I'm sitting there, and I'm on my way into the city. And I heard the new officer get on the radio and announce himself, and he told dispatch he's going to go do a code brown. I damn near put my car in a ditch. I freaked out. I was like, did he not just say that? Now, remember, we went to a centralized dispatch with 5 police departments, all the EMS, all the fire in the county, all went out on the same broadcast radio. And everybody got dead quiet. And dispatch was like, I'm sorry, so-and-so, can you repeat that? And he was like, yeah. He says, I'm on my way for a code brown. And I'm on the side of the road. I'm shaking my head. And I was like, okay. So somebody just put him up to that. So I know who's working with them. So I'll go back, and I'm driving around through the town, and I see the buddy that's supposed to be FTO on him. And he doesn't see me, and he is just rolling in his car. I'm talking laughing, slapping the steering wheel. I mean, jacking it back and forth, just he's just having a good time. So I pull up behind him, and I go, with the air horn. Boy, did he hit his head on the roof. He knew he screwed up. And I was like, get out of the car. And I was like, did you really have to do that to him on the freaking radio? He was like, I had to. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. And I didn't think you were up or anybody was listening. I'm like, the whole county just heard you. Yeah. So, the chief got called to dispatch. He got to heard the recording. And yeah, it was bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, a code brown means you have to go number 2, like now. So
that's correct. Yes. Our code yellow, not to be confused with the code yellow. So
yeah. So if you ever, if you ever hear of a code 100, yes. Sometimes that's for Tinkle number 1. Now there are some codes, and in Indiana, code 100 is an actual code. But yeah,
I've actually heard ambulances here recently. That's negative dispatch. I'm code 100 at the moment. There's like a long pause. All right, well, how long is it going to take?
Deacon's in and out? That sucks. That sucks, she says. Man, I tell you.
We do the 10-100 here. We say 10-100.
Well, see, now in Indiana, we had not only our 10 codes, we also had the state codes, which were 10-100s, 10-102s, and 10-300s. So we had 2 different sets. And then when I went to the other county, they were plain English. So when they would send me on the call, I'd be like, this is blah, blah, blah. I'm 1076. And they were like, huh? What is that?
Right.
They come back and be like, what did you just say? I'm like, I'm 1076. And they're like, speak English. I'm like, I did. 1076.
And, well, that is our language. They just don't know us.
And then they would call me and be like, what does that mean? I'm like, en route, 1076. And they're like, we don't say that here, sir. And I was like, oh, that's right. You don't use codes. You use plain English. So, yeah.
Yeah, they were messing with the 10 codes one day, and I was coming up the highway. I was heading back into town. And dispatch, I told them I was heading there. And dispatch was on radio and calls me on 701. I said, go ahead. They said 1090. I forget the code, but they gave me a code number. I'm going to say 1095, just whatever, even though I know it's not right. So it was dead silence, and I got back to him. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. And he said, you had to look that one up, didn't you? It was some of the old codes that we've never used. So he was asking, hey, and they wanted to see if I could actually knew that. I did have to look it up. I'm like, flip. I said, I have no idea what they're talking about. I said, they want me to I got
it. So when I was on county, I had everybody cheat sheets, and I had them hard plastic and laminated. Office Depot or Office Max didn't charge us for it. So we had the county codes on one side and the state police codes on the other. So that way, when they did a 10-400 or whatever, we couldn't keep up with everything. We, if it was something that wasn't regularly used, we didn't know it, and like Glenn will call me crazy, and our crazy was 1098. I don't know what was your crazy code?
1097.
Double deuce. Your signal 22. Double deuce.
Ours is 10.
Our
1096. Yeah,
take you. You're going to be 1013 or 1310, depending if it's forcibly. So 1013 is if PD takes you. 1310 is if they take you forcibly.
So what's your all's property damage and personal injury?
For our automobile accident, it's a
Yeah.
signal. 15 is an accident. 15I is injury. IF is injury with fire. So and then
Yeah. See, ours was a 1050 PD property damage, PI personal injury.
Yeah,
I've got 3 states worth of codes running around in my head that I'll never use again. So
yeah, I just and they designed these codes so people in the public wouldn't know we were talking about. But it's like when the internet come out, they would just Google them and download the damn thing.
Radio reference, you can get them all now. So yeah.
So it's like, why use them? So, and when I was on county, we were still on low band, and we only had 800 megahertz radios on the portables, and that's how we communicated with the other counties and other agencies and state. And we didn't have the 800 radios in the cars, base units, or not base units, but the portable mounted units. So we got those later on. What's that?
Did you all have mobile repeaters in your vehicles?
No, we didn't have none of that.
So we did it for a little while because we were all low band as well. We only had 4 channels, but then we had UHF mobile repeater in the car, which would cross band into UHF. So your portables, your portables you key up, and then your car would pick it up and then get back on our Centaur X9000, which were 100 watts out on low band. But the only problem we ran into is if you got too far away from your car, or we had a lot of snow where we had a lot of four-wheel drive vehicles, and they didn't have the packs, and no one could really communicate back and forth. So,
and that's why we had the 800, especially out in the county, because the low band wouldn't reach. Whether we're using the car or even out of the car, our radios wouldn't work. So, and it was terrible because there's sometimes I was telling Sportcat, man, when you only had 3 officers working a county and the size of the county we were in, there's been nights that the only thing you would do is just leave your lights and siren on. And there's been many times where my brakes would be literally smoking, almost on fire. So, yeah.
She wants a treat.
Oh, I didn't know what that was. I thought that was Sportcat. And I was like, what? The holy water's coming, brother. I'm going to save you.
That would be the hellhound.
Do not holy water his dog.
That would be the hellhound, is what that is. The hellhound is seeking my attention.
Grizzly.
I'm going to get him with some water. I'm telling you, it's coming.
Which do you want to be shot multiple times or just 5? If that's going to
you better
mean,
make sure.
am I going to get the pistol or am I going to get the revolver?
Now, I do
or
have
if
my
I get
own
the shotgun, and
I do have my old vest. I found that in the barn, which
okay,
is
22 it is. So.
Now, a 22 will go right through it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, 22 caliber will go through a bulletproof vest. That is correct.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Even a 22 pistol caliber will go through a vest.
Point blank range, yes, it will.
That's why we never use steel plates. We got away from steel plates because the bullets will ricochet and get you up. That's why we went to porcelains. And
that's what the beard was to catch that for.
Oh, no. That's for the ladies to play with and fit in with Bigfoot.
Holy cow.
Yeah, baby.
Bigfoot
I said, what it is all, folks. Scarborough's down there. Lord help us all. Kevlar. Yeah.
Somebody needs to. Yeah.
Yeah. Now my vest, I tell you how far I was. I'm 49. Or no, I'm gonna be 49. And the vest we wore with our plates in the front and back.
You're just going to carry on my show for a minute. My dog got
they always tell us, oh, you're good up to a 12 gauge slug. I'm like, yeah, you jack moron. Yeah.
You show me a man that wants to get shot with a 12 gauge.
Well, here's the deal.
I'll be right back.
12 gauge slug will not penetrate the vest, but the 12 gauge slug will kill you because the depth that goes into your body and the shock wave, it will disrupt your organs and break your chest plate and all that other stuff. And it was rated up to a 44 mag, which I don't ever want to try that. But caliber rifles,
copy that.
Useless. So no use. So yeah. Deacon, have you heard of the app? What 3 words can pinpoint somebody's location within 10 square feet? It's amazing. Sportcat knows. Do y'all know, Mike? Andy?
What was that?
I don't. The what 3 words?
There's an app that starts with 3 words that can pinpoint somebody within 10 feet. It's amazing. Impact shockwave will do the damage. Thank you, Scarborough. That is correct. And if you don't believe me, YouTube that, and they will show you with the dummy, with the real best today's knowledge. It's pretty interesting. It's disgusting. It's worth letting departments know about it. Oh, yes. Yes.
I didn't wear one. I didn't wear it.
Now,
I didn't wear it because they didn't have the one made for women back then.
No, they didn't.
It hurt.
Mine with the trauma plates. If you drop something, you would have to extend your right leg all the way out and try to be a contortionist to pick something up.
Yep.
And that's embarrassing in front of people.
Yeah.
You know, that really is. You know,
Well,
it reminds me of.
Say, can you get that for me, please?
Yeah. It reminds me of that movie where the kid licks the pole and his tongue gets stuck. What was that name of the movie?
Christmas
Shoot your
Story.
eye out. Yeah, Christmas Story, where he falls in the snow. Help me, I can't get up. You know. So yeah, Sportcat knows because I told him about it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
10-4.
Yeah, he had to take the dog out.
Oh man, see how happy he is for a change? That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. I love to see him smile. I love that too. Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes. Well, that's why I said I called Brenda over an hour and a half ago. I'm like, get ready, you're going live. I did not want to tell Sportcat what happened. So I didn't want him to panic.
Oh my God.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, he got ready in the shower at 3:00 to get ready for the show at 9.
I have to keep them both grounded.
Oh. Boy, I was going to torture him. He can't hear me to put his headphones on. So 3, 2, 1. Okay. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, it wasn't a code 100 for me, but it was for Ginger. So y'all talk that one up, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, she just interrupts a whole worldwide broadcast. I got to get up and walk my dog. And I just left the back door open because she's out there sniffing around. And
Sportscat.
Lord knows what kind of bear will walk in. Yes.
Sportscat.
Yes.
I just want you to know something.
What?
We all love you.
I don't care. I'm not even going to watch this back. I won't even listen to the audio. This show is already went downhill so badly.
That is Sportcat. It was nothing the show's bad. Over, he's going to go back and go, what's that someone going to say? What were they talking about?
I could care less. I could honestly care less. So.
It was
if your friends aren't making fun of you, they aren't good friends. So I'm not that worried about it.
I actually weren't making fun of you.
I grew up in a firehouse. I know how.
Tiffany's roaring down there with those happy. Is those happy faces? Yeah, crying faces. Okay.
Laughing faces.
But hey, did it not, Brenda, look like last night that Scarborough sent a pair of underwear to us?
It actually was a Ferris wheel, and the other one was a roller coaster. Like it was like this.
Oh, the roller coaster looked like the underwear.
Yes, but for some reason, you just focused in on
anal.
Barbara sent us boxer shorts.
Oh my Lord, Andy!
You just could not
you,
get off of those men's shorts.
See,
and then the psychic was like, "Well, he's in his shorts or boxers," and that just took it off. I mean. He's like, you know what Scarborough said? Well, at least I'm not my birthday suit. And that even took it even further.
There it went.
Yeah. I can
Show's
see Jimmy
down.
right now just turn red, holding his head. Oh man, I tell you what a night, man. Oh man. See, this is what we need to do. We need to get a crowd of people up in here and have a party. That's what we're talking
about nothing.
Yeah,
well, that's the whole premise of this show. This is why I got this show together. It's like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing.
Seinfeld.
It's a show about nothing. Somebody says, "What's your show about?" Nothing.
Scarborough says, "Yes, the psychic was right."
This is why I don't do your psychic shows.
We We knew it all.
Uh,
Oh, we found out interesting things last night, though. So that's
You almost got me to spew all that up. Thank you.
you're
That was
welcome.
coming up. That was coming
Get
up.
off that Mountain Dew.
Hey, it is died.
Diet.
Deacon says, yes, this is fun. Deacon, it'd be even funnier if you was in here. And same with Jimmy. Jimmy, or Scarborough's hilarious right now, rolling. So I knew he would be. And you should have heard everybody when I sung him "Happy Birthday" on the air.
Oh, yeah, he did. He sang it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded kind of sexy, but it was kind of like romantic at the same time.
Well, that's one
You
person's
did not
opinion.
just go there.
Like dear Marilyn Monroe.
Mountain Dew spew. That's right, Deacon. Of course it would. Yeah, y'all got me in tears. I mean, literally got me in tears.
Oh, me too.
I haven't laughed that hard in years.
Hey, Grizzly,
In a
did you
while.
hear Mike?
No,
I was doing the Marilyn Monroe.
Mike, do it.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Oh my God,
You
that
should
is
see.
hilarious.
You should see some of Mike's Snapchats. They are great.
I love Snap.
Here's the deal. Now, I got involved with Snapchat. The only thing I got was porn.
Well, yeah, that's all I got too. And then after I finally got tired of them, and I reported like the 10 of them, it stopped.
You were getting porn on Snapchat?
Yeah,
I was absolutely getting porn on Snapchat.
See, I don't have it on Snapchat, but I was getting it a lot on the TikTok, and it was quite annoying. I had to keep
Snapchat. They were showing TNAs and and wanting me to give them money and yes.
Let me tell you, I got nothing for $30. I mean, so I've been told. So.
Did they, Grizzly? Did they
Yes.
ask if you were the porn and normal guy?
Oh, don't bring that up.
What?
Why do you have
What?
nothing?
What?
He's got another Gmail account. Porn or
No,
normal,
there's a story behind that one. Or no, it wasn't Snapchat. It was what was it called?
Instagram?
No, not Instagram.
What's
Well,
up?
you're-
WhatsApp?
No,
What's that?
I don't
Oh,
use
yeah.
that. That's bad too.
talking about the other
Snapchat.
show, Ron?
Yeah, it was Snapchat. On Snapchat, yeah, that's the only thing I got was porn.
Yeah.
So
You can't friend everybody. There's people that friend you that I think they just find something and then I don't know half these people that try to friend me. I only have my group and people that I meet, but you'll see like such and such as add you by quick ad. And you're like, who is that? And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Because those are the ones where you're gonna get catfished and clickbait and all that BS.
yeah. Okay, Mike. Okay. So how do you feel? You know, you're
How do
in
you
the
feel,
passenger car. Your dad's driving to the store. Your mom's in the back seat. You open up Snapchat and you see a big pair of tees. Your mom's like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, "I don't know. It just popped up." Yeah, right.
And
I bet it popped up.
Yeah.
Especially if there's sound to it, you know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
you click it up, you click the button, it goes, oh yeah.
Oh man, let me tell you something. So one
And they all know your name.
No,
what's your name? I don't know. What's my profile name say? You can't read?
Listen to this.
I get my frustrations out with those people because I'm like, you can't read? What are you, blind? You ignorant? It
No.
says so right above my name, you moron.
This is funny. So we had this officer that worked on with me in Lexington, and he was a homosexual. And
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
no,
The pink
and
fuzzy.
For shopping with them.
and he would come over and spend the night because he had some rough times, and I was afraid he was going to hurt himself. And remember, I'm a prankster, and what Mike just said triggered that thought. So there was a video clip that did that and says, "I'm gay, I'm gay," and it kept screaming that. Well, he was at a drive-thru and had his phone hooked up to a stereo system while he was trying to make an order. He got so mad and drove off. He wouldn't talk to me for weeks. He said, "I hate you. I hate you, Grizzly."
Well, these electronics will sneak up and get you. my brand new
Remember the
Google
radio
Pixel
contact
phone
with us at your drive-thru?
a few years ago, when I first got the Google Pixel, you have to program it to your
Yeah.
voice.
Oh, Grizzly, one of them.
And you have to say certain things. It gives you keywords. So I was trying to get my phone to do it, and so I'm going through and doing the hello or whatever, hey Google, hello, whatever. I was going through all the things, and then I was like, and now my phone's going to turn on, and then so I was trying to get it to send a text to my mom, and it wouldn't send the text, and so I was like, Google, you MFer, sent mom one word at 2:00 in the morning. One word, started with an F and ended with a K, and it wasn't fire truck. Oh, I got a call real quick at 2:00 in the morning.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's embarrassing. That's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Mom's like, why are you sending me that? I'm like, yeah, don't know.
I said, oops, wrong person.
So
I've done that too, but that's another story. So.
Working at the airport
Dog
off
did it.
duty, we used to get the money and gold and platinum bars and all that off the airplanes for the banks and the big companies and whatnot, the diamonds. And one night, the diamonds, one of the bags broke. And they were like very thick bags. So one of the guys that got up in the belly before they put it down on the belt was trying to slice the bag and get some diamonds out. And diamonds went all over the belt and all over the runway. And we had to shut down the whole thing. Planes could not leave. People's were, flights were delayed. And we had to count for every single diamond. The guy ended up having like 2 or 3 on him, but that's another story. And where the hell was I going with this?
We're really not sure.
Picking up diamonds and taking a flight.
Yeah, but what was we talking about before that?
Oh my God.
And I just want to point out that it's my memory. But go ahead.
No, what were we just talking about?
Talking about people opening up their phones at drive-through speed.
Oh, yes. So, so we're out here on the runway, and it's cold, and and we're wearing gloves, but the gloves back then were not touch tone friendly, right? And
right.
or Apple friendly. You would have to take the gloves off. Well, he was trying to use his phone, and he was doing voice to text, and he was talking real sexy to his girlfriend. And I'm sitting there roaring. I'm like, dude, that's hilarious. I mean, that was very kinky of you doing that. And he's like, yeah, she's gonna love that, man. And he put his phone back in his pocket, and we're standing around watching them collect the diamonds and everything. And these were not small diamonds, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, these were the diamonds they would cut down to make other diamonds, to make other rings and other jewelry. So we're standing there, and he keeps trying to grab his phone. He can't reach it because we're wearing coveralls, and I almost said the letters of the company, but we had to wear the special vest that signified the off-duty company we worked for. And make a long story short, we go back to the hangar. They get everything. The guy goes to jail, so forth, and they're filling out the reports. And the guy is just literally sick. And I'm like, what's wrong? Everybody's like, are you okay? He's like, no, man, I'm not doing good. And he's like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, what did you do? And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. So we let him go for a few minutes, and I walked over. I'm like, dude, did your girlfriend not like it? He said, they didn't go to my girlfriend. It went to my mom. I was like, oh, man. And the stuff that he said he was going to do. Oh, man. It was like,
I just want to point out, you are in Kentucky.
I'm like, what did I raise?
I have a very similar story to that. Very similar story. Ready for this one then?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So you remember the Blackberries. And so, I mean, they're real sensitive. I hate phones that are sensitive. They drive me crazy. So Annie knows her. This was my ex. We were down at the beach, and we were at a bar, and it was a karaoke bar. And, I'm a little bit lit, so she's sitting next to me. Well, I'm talking dirty to her, telling her what I'm going to do to her, what she's going to do to me. And, of course, she's like, oh, stop, you're drunk, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, getting all whatever. And I looked down I picked my phone up and realized that it dialed something, but it's like it didn't click into that. So I just hit the end button and moved on. Well, I found out the next day because she was so mad at me. Apparently, I called her grandmother's house. And it went
No.
on their voicemail and recorded the whole thing.
Andy, there is a bounty for that
Oh,
recording.
my
Oh my
God.
God. Well, the grandmother hated me ever since. And never, and it was just like I was so embarrassed. And needless to say, we broke up not too long after that. But Andy, you know her.
Yep.
Yeah, you know her well.
That is
So it gives a
awful.
brand new meaning to open mic. So
Yeah.
I will admit, I am not one to have on speakerphone if you are around other people.
Oh, I hate that as well.
I have no filter.
Yep.
And sometimes you get me going and it's like, woohoo!
Golly.
Yeah, a friend of mine found that out when he was in Walmart. And he said, these people look like they want to put me on a stake and burn me. I said, well, what am I doing on speakerphone? You know better.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate people that put the speakerphone on and still put it to their ear.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like,
it's a special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
You don't hear it from that end.
And you know another thing that really bothers me, ladies and gentlemen, during the COVID thing,
what grinds
is
your
when
gears.
is they wear the mask, but they put it below their nose onto their lips.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Can you wear your mask properly?" It is. No, it's not, ma'am, sir. And I mean, they're law enforcement that got involved in some of these cases. You
I don't
know,
wear 'em. I never did.
Well, how about when you see people in their car by themselves with the mask on?
Yes.
I call those Democrats.
Our city council saw our fire truck driving, and they said they called the fire chief, and they wanted to know why we weren't wearing our masks. And she was like, "What do you mean? Why weren't they wearing their masks? They're supposed to wear their masks on calls." Like, no, they were driving down the road, and he's like, "They don't wear them in the truck." And she goes, "Well, the city policy is if they don't live together, then they have to wear it. And we know they're apart for 24 hours. So they tried to come down and mandate us to wearing masks in the truck together and in the station with each other. And we were like, Chief, there's about to be an anarchy, and you're going to be running calls by yourself." So.
Wow.
Yeah, they did that for a very short time. And then they just like, all right, forget about it.
Oh, the whole thing was stupid. They said, we're going to give you one mask at the end of your shift. You're to spray it with Lysol and put it in a brown paper bag and put it out in the bay locker with your turnout gear. Okay, so I'm going to spray it with Lysol, put it in a brown bag and keep it in, and then put it with my carcinogen jacket.
Right.
Check. I was like, I'll get right back to you. I got some OSHA rules, and I'm pretty sure that violates. So, yeah, they get a little carried away with those mask rules. And if the truth is known, if you can smell Kentucky Fried Chicken frying through the mask, you just inhaled the COVID, so it doesn't matter.
Somebody told me, if you fart, does your pants contain it? And they were like, no. He said, well, neither will a mask.
That's true. That's true.
But what
the
was
government
really
is
sad,
monitoring our poop, so we have to be careful. So.
Yeah, what's really sad is when we were on the departments, the fire departments, they actually encourage us to take our turnout gear home and wash them in our washer and dryer. And I was like, I wouldn't do that, Charlie. That's not a good idea.
That's another kind of stupid. Yeah.
Well, back then they weren't thinking, right? I mean, they didn't have the certifications and stuff back then. I mean, everybody got grandfathered in if you stop and think about it. So
yeah, we went to clean trucks, and we couldn't even wear boots in the fire station. So we had Crocs that we had to wear inside the fire station. So
yeah, they're like that here as well. You can't walk in with turnout gear on. Can't take it to your bunk room like you used to be able to do back in the day.
No, I'm talking about your work boots, your regular everyday boots. Yeah. We could not. We had to keep them in the bay and put our boots on when we went to the bay. So.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
So yeah, they just get too carried away with this stuff. So I mean, you can make a rule for everything. So I mean, it's like sometimes I'll wonder if that's what they're just trying to do is just come up with a rule.
Justify their position.
I have family that was military, and I was always asked, why didn't I go in the military? I'm like, because I have a really big problem with people telling me what to do. So, needless to say, they were like, we got to wear a mask. I'm like, no, I don't got to. Didn't do it. Not me.
Yeah, my brother, when he's still on the police force in Florida, and when they mandated it, the shots, he was like, "F you, when I'm not doing it." They're like, "Okay, well, you're gonna lose your job." And short term, or make a long story short, he had to get the shots because they were going to terminate everybody.
Yeah,
So
that's same with us. We had to get the shot. So
There's
yeah,
there's only one that I've ever had in my whole entire life. And I had to have it because I was born in Germany. And I was brought over here. And when I came over here, I had to have the smallpox shot. And when they gave it to me, they had told my mother it would be a lifetime. My mother never gave me any other vaccines. So when they came up with this, I was like, I don't think I need it. I'm not sick. That's all I said. My doctors were like, you're good. I'm like, okay. Because I've never had anything other than that one. And I was still a baby when I had it.
wow.
And that's it.
Wow.
So,
I went to the public school I went to. They made you. We get shot up with all kinds of stuff. So.
yeah, and if you
we're
didn't,
on a,
you weren't allowed in
we're
school.
on a we're on
Believe it or
a
not.
subject here that is not YouTube friendly there, Chris. So
Well,
Oh.
go figure.
yeah.
Okay.
well,
so
I'm
we
just
go
pointing
back-
out. I
so
have
we-
not been banned by the FCC or the UN yet. I'm still working on it. So
God.
now, we don't want to push no buttons. So, Chris,
Yes.
let me guess.
uh-oh.
You happen to be wearing your red silk boxers.
Not tonight.
I made him
I
look.
had to look. Not
I
tonight.
made him look.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you pick up
Look.
Mike, the other bald guy?
I
in the
know.
room there?
Mike was looking like, let's see here. What is
He's getting
going on
excited.
over there? Aaron, you want me to tilt it down so?
No,
No.
no, we do
Oh my
not.
God,
No,
no.
we do not. For you audio listeners,
I
You
just
don't
tilted
know.
my
Pennies
I don't
camera.
even
fall
know
out
that
of
I'm
there.
gonna
God
upload
only
this
knows
one.
what else would fall out.
whoa.
Hey, now I do
Don't
have
drop
a
your
pair.
balls there. Come on now.
Yeah, I do have a pair. I'm not gonna lie about that.
They
What?
finally descended.
No, man, I got challenged once years ago, and I was like, "You really think I ain't gonna flop them on the table in the squad room?" They're like, "You don't have the." But they were like, "Holy shit! Oh my god!" They
Yeah,
took
you don't
off
do that at
running.
Firehouse. I can promise you that.
So I was like, "Well, where's yours? We got acorns or something?" He never did. So yeah.
yeah, you don't do that at Firehouse because, well, some of the worst fights I've seen have been over things like this.
Oh, that's okay. We had one
Off-air
guy.
story, so.
We had one guy in another county that's adjacent to ours was messing around and thought he had his the prongs off his taser, and he went
Oh,
to
no.
went to prong him between the legs from the back, and actually
Woo!
pronged him, shot him. And these were best buddies for like 20 years, man.
Weren't after that.
No, he took him to court and won $50,000.
That's it? His nuts are only worth $50,000?
Well,
all they're
one
worth.
of them had to be removed from his rectum, so yes. Yeah.
Talk about getting shot in the ass.
Yeah. Paramedics, EMS was like, no, we ain't touching that. We ain't,
No,
we ain't going in for that one. Deacon's like,
There
oh
you go,
my
Mike.
God. Now, you can Google that in Indiana. That actually did happen.
Mike, there's a call
I'm not
for you.
going to. I can promise you. So I have run the taint call with the taser, and PD's like, we're not allowed to take him out, and I said, don't look at me, buddy. I said, I'll
But
take
you
him to
know,
Grady, but
They
you
teach
can take
us
him
how
out.
to take him out, but they won't let us. That's
Yeah,
what.
your EMS has to take them out. if
Yeah.
you use them.
Yeah, but they teach us how.
Not in
to.
the taint. Not in the taint. Nope. I can guarantee you. I ain't doing it.
Sportcat. It was not the taint. It was the rectum.
No.
Not the pain.
Boy, that's going to be an audio gem. I can guarantee it.
Talk about
Diggins like, oh my God.
Hey,
Blessed
what, the
are the
Batman
audio
the bubble?
listeners. Yes. This is off the chart tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I
Oh.
told you we're going to have a hell of a show. So,
So whatever happened to the? I thought we were going to have
EMF. Yeah,
EMF.
his father went to the hospital, an emergency. It's like going on 3-something his time in the morning right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he was staying up late to just do our show for Glenn.
I mean,
So, yeah.
enjoyed it.
Well,
Loved
it wasn't just for me, but yeah.
No, he's doing it just for you.
Well, I'm getting. I've got another artist that I'm talked to that she was going to tune in and listen tonight.
I don't like when you say an
may block
artist.
me.
I do not like when you say artist because I'm
She
thinking
may,
of the poll. See, I told you, ladies and gentlemen. How did I know?
No. It is not. It is not. So,
hey, you know,
Fairy, does it include fairy dust?
Oh my!
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
He had to think about that one.
Luckily,
I can. I'm trying to tread lightly here because I know she is listening. So I know she is listening. So I don't.
Scarborough said, "Wow, interesting stuff." I mean,
well,
this
now
I
have already booked one adult entertainer that will be on the show.
Oh my lord!
So I've got a stripper. I've got an adult
I'm gonna have to
entertainer,
get my holy cloth
and a sex
out,
psychologist. It doesn't work for that because it's all natural. So yes, the show about nothing will have some sex on it. So yes, it will.
Did you get that one that you told me about?
Which one?
I can't. Well, oh.
Those charades? We can't play charades with the audio listeners. We got to keep something.
How do I say it without giving it away or saying anybody's name?
I don't know. How do you do that? I'll play your silly game. How do you do that?
It has to do with USA.
America?
No.
Well, when you say USA, I'm thinking about the rednecks and the 4-wheel drives and the bikinis and the mud wrestling.
Has to do with court.
Court. No. You're not very good at this. You're not very good at this game.
I could straight up come out and tell you, but then that might be a bad thing.
Well, I can promise you
probably the presidential scandals.
It is a scandal. Weather.
Oh,
bad weather.
The weather girl?
Bad weather. No. Don't say it.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I have been in contact with him. Yes.
Okay.
So.
Wait a minute.
Good.
That person's going to be on here?
No. I did not say that. I did not say that.
Oh.
I did not say that. But I have been in contact with their agents. So yes. So.
Oh my God.
Holy hell.
Our Father, now in heaven, please forgive us
deliver
of
me
our
from this
sins.
show.
What is that?
Thor, please come down and strike some lightning.
All the pygmies in the beginning, you know.
Yeah. I do not feel warm and fuzzy about this stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
We keep this up, y'all. We're going to end up on Comedy Central.
Well, you know, I've got people
TMZ.
watching.
More like TMZ.
And that's the other thing that really scares me. Tonight's show, I know who else was listening. Oh, Lord.
What?
I had there were quite a few producers, like big time people listening tonight. So.
Deacon says Glenn, not her. So evidently Deacon knows.
It could be. So.
Oh, Lord.
It could be. So.
What have I got myself into with you?
Well, I told you it's a show about nothing, and so we're gonna just rock and roll
nothing
right
and
on.
everything.
It's about nothing, and everybody. See, here's the deal. Everybody.
Diane says it ain't funny. It ain't funny.
Everybody has a story to tell, no matter what they do in real life. If they're a stripper, if they're a prostitute, whatever. Come on my show. You can tell your story.
I don't think Sportcat gets it. That ain't funny.
I got that one about an hour ago. So everybody has a story, and I'm willing to listen. So.
Deacon says, bring her on. I have some questions.
I'm sure.
I do not
You
have
don't
a.
know, honey. I've got a book for you. Please don't ask me questions.
I do not have a beat button, a block button, or none of that, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm
so-
trying to get in touch with somebody named Monica too. So, and I'm trying to get them on in the same show. We're gonna do a 2-hour show.
Yeah, you got to have cigars
Did
for
she
that one,
lose her
though.
dress in a
Def-
museum?
Definitely cigars. Definitely
It
cigars.
could be. Could be. It could be. So,
You right
it
here,
could
Grizzly.
be. So I'm gonna.
You're
It's
fat.
gonna be a special show. See, and I'm gonna book them, and I'm gonna put them one on 1 hour, one on the
I
other.
did
So-
not
Special show,
have
this is it.
sexual relations with that woman. I was like, yeah, you liar. That's the
Bingo.
first thing I said.
Listen,
Him
You know,
banging on that
I did
podium.
not have sexual relations.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen his wife. I was okay with it. All right, I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. I will give him a pass on that one.
All right. Change the subject before we get in trouble. You two be watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Too
the
many people.
FCC.
Too many people died underneath the Clintons. I don't want to be one of those ones die in a car wreck or commit suicide with the wrong hand. I mean,
You mean
come on.
a scooter wreck?
Shoot
Yeah.
yourself in the back of the head twice.
Clang, clang, jump in the basket.
Hey, Monica has done very well for herself. I don't know. I haven't
Yes,
kept up
Deacon,
with
I
her.
think she has. Yes.
I would too for what she did for the
Well,
president.
from what I understand, everything's above table now. So
He did not.
I just got
He
it.
did not. He did not.
I
what?
just got it. Oh my god.
Hey, that's your nickel entertainment for the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
From now on, you'll hear this from Grizzly. King, clang, jump in the basket.
Oh man, I'm hurting.
I'm glad I
really
get.
hurting.
I'm glad I get paid for this.
Ah.
I want
I
to make an
couldn't-
announcement, everybody. Please understand that none of us are on drugs. It's okay. We're
Yeah,
natural
right.
like this.
I
Yeah,
am. I just.
This was definitely
The last time I saw Monica was doing a talk show. Somebody brought her a cigar to autograph it, and she walked off stage very upset.
Oh,
So,
God. I
that
would
was not cool. I would have never done that. I mean, that was
That's
just rude.
terrible.
No, absolutely
So-
not. Maybe a dress, but not that. But yeah, with a white pen. But you know, a little white
Glenn,
out.
I bet Juana Broderick would come on. Do you know who that is?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I haven't been in contact with them, but no, I could, but I haven't. So
Watch
So, yeah,
me get attorney phone calls in the morning from Monica Lewinsky.
if my phone hasn't went off yet from some other things, it's not gonna go off. So
I'm turning my phone off.
yeah.
Hear the beat knocks at the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forward mine to Andy's house.
Hey, Mike, let me tell you what happened to my buddies when I was 27 years old.
Oh, that was a
So,
long time ago.
Yeah, so my buddy was going through a divorce, and his ex-wife hated him with a passion. And he was a good guy, right? Deacon, no, she was used. Monica did a talk show that was very good. No, the talk show she was on, she was doing a good talk show, but the guy made an ass out of her. But anyways, she put an ad in Craigslist, 4-wheeler for sale, going through divorce, need cash for gas, $200 first come, first take. And she put a picture of a $5,000 4-wheeler back then and put a cell phone number on it. That damn thing went off for weeks. He had to change his cell phone number. He would get calls 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Is that 4-wheeler still for sale, buddy? I'm interested. I got cash right here. Would you take $1.50 for it? $1.50 with that might. I'll come right now. Yeah, man, it was awful.
It's
I'm like,
terrible.
poor soul. I mean, who would do that? You know.
Well, maybe that's why you have 8 phones. So.
Yeah.
Night.
Well, now I'll tell you this.
Yeah,
Now
I got
I did
3.
have somebody sign me
Yep.
up for farmers. What do you call it? Farmers
Oh,
dating
the farmers
site.
only. The farmers only.
Yes, I couldn't figure out why the hell I was getting these cowgirls sending me all these messages with cowboy boots and riding cows and horses and big hats and 10 gallon. I was like, something ain't right. and somebody actually paid for the membership, and
You
I
ain't
kept
never
sitting in the
had
squad
nothing.
room, kept trying
You
to
never
delete
had
them,
nothing till you had
you
a
know,
cowgirl with some spurs.
and let me tell you, oh my God, I just got a bad TMI on that one, Brenda. And
I saw the visual, Andy.
And I couldn't figure out what was going on. I mean, this is like, and then I looked at my profile and it looked like a guy that was like working out on steroids. And I'm like, oh, that's even better, you know, and now I look like a hunk of chunk and I can't change it. I don't have the password, but they got my email address, you know? So yeah, that was a nightmare. So yeah.
Back in the day, you used to get the magazine subscription cards, you know, in the mail or in the magazines, and you could just tear them off and send them in.
Yes.
Well, we were on the ambulance, and we would go behind the malls, and they would just tear the cover off. And so our officers, our supervisors that we didn't really like, we would go get certain kinds of magazines. Every truck on duty in the county one night filled out application or whatever they call it, magazine subscriptions. And yes, she did blow all our money.
I was trying to keep from laughing, damn it, Sportcat.
And we every truck in the county signed him up for magazines of let's just say risque living on the edge there.
Don't get any ideas, Mike.
Well, we did that.
Mike, let me tell you something.
We had a name for it, but we can't say it anymore. It is no longer politically correct.
Mike, they got something for 99 cents. You can send your best friend a porn thing subscription, and it goes to your neighbor's house with his name attached to it. So they had to bring it over to his house for 99 cents.
Oh, my.
I thought about doing that to Sportcat because I got his address.
On one side of my house, I have drug dealers. On the other side, I have a preacher. So it's like heaven and hell next door.
Well, the preacher would keep it.
Probably would. He'd probably have a Snickers bar or something.
You know, funny thing is, I had a roommate a long time ago, and he's one of those you can embarrass him really easy. He didn't like it. So I would pay my half of the rent, and I would write him out a check. Well, in the memo box, it would say 4, and I put sexual favors.
Tiffany said, "Do it." Tiffany
said, he was like, he goes, "I hate that. I take it to the bank, and they're looking at it, looking at me, looking back at the check, looking at me again." So pissed.
Oh, that's good. I may do that to my contractor on the next payment I got to make. So
now, what I used to do to my lieutenant, we had Ponderosa. Remember that place?
Oh, I love
or Ryan's Buffet too.
Mm-hmm.
And when my lieutenant was mad at me when we were out in public, I know we were in uniforms. We were supposed to act professional. I'd be like, "Honey, you are not sleeping in bed with me tonight. You're going on the couch. If you ever talk to him again, then no, we're breaking up, honey. This is not for real. I'm getting over you." He'd be like, "Would you shut up? You're embarrassing me in uniform." I'm like, "Honey, you don't mean nothing. You're not sexy no more in that uniform. So no handcuffs tonight. We're not doing nothing." And man, he used to get so mad. People would be like, "What the? Did he just say that?" And I would just walk off shaking my butt, with my duty gear and stuff. So he would not sit with me that night. Yeah, he sat on the other side of the restaurant. So, but when he got a call, guess who had to take it? Me.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
you could have been at least nice and paid for his food.
Yeah.
We didn't have to pay. We just tipped real good.
Oh, there we go. Another benefit for cops. Oh, my God.
I mean,
I couldn't tell you how many times I'm in line getting my food, and I get up there, and the lady goes, "Oh, it's free." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Thank you very much." "Oh, no, wait a minute. You're not a cop." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "We have to charge firemen. You're not a cop. We don't charge cops." I'm like, "F those cops."
Tiffany Jackson.
I could not tell you how many times that happened.
Grizzly does that too well. I used to have fun.
He's got brake handles now to hold on to when he shakes it, so he doesn't fall over.
Hey, they actually got reflectors on them too, like bicycle reflectors on the handles. So while I'm out at night, you can see me. It's pretty cool.
What would you be on the pockets?
What would you be? Why would you even be on the roadway in that? No, good Lord. You don't get out of the kitchen with it. You go get your ho-hos and Mountain Dew. That's as far as you go.
Hey, God, put those Mountain Dews down.
I know, man. So I did go out in the woods a couple weeks ago. I did post that, trying to find some spots for some trail cameras and tracks and stuff since they put a roadway in because the woods have
Somebody
changed.
install a GPS locator on that scooter. I want to see that proof.
So, you got it on my phone. All you got to do is bring it up.
I can see him doing
work
that
in the
his little
corner.
spot
Tiffany
on
says
it
work in the
stays
corner.
there, and we're all trying to find him, and it's there for an hour, and we have no idea where he's at. And you drive out there, and 3 hours goes by, his little dot hasn't moved. Go out there, and he's snoring away against a tree.
Well,
backwards in his scooter.
So I'm not ragging on this lady, and if she's watching, I'm not ragging on you. Okay,
I don't think anybody's watching anymore.
I did this lady wrong, and I do apologize. And I reached out to some psychics about this project we're doing. I got a separate group from the original group and a couple of the original ones, and I didn't realize that I asked this one girl.
Why are you muddy?
And the one girl goes, "Are you seriously asking me to participate in this group?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not? It'll be fun, exciting." She's like, "Do you not remember the last interview you did with me? You passed out live on the air."
Well, that can't be any different than the last night when you left and left me and Kat by ourselves.
No, I did.
He did.
They changed my medicine, and I took
That's
it
his
on an
story.
empty stomach. And I remember doing this number, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just keep nodding like I'm listening." And evidently, I woke up snoring, and it was off air. I was like, "Okay, cool, nice." I never did delete the video, so it's still out there on YouTube. And I mean, oh yeah, she gave me hell. Glenn, I will forward you the message to show it to you. So, and I wanted to tell her, "Ma'am, it was my medicine. They just switched. You know, I got some issues with my back," but she didn't believe a word. I mean,
Jack Daniels gets you every time there, Chris.
Hey, I did that one night, Brenda, didn't I?
Yeah.
She told me, "The way you're talking, you be in the back of my car," and I want to say, "Wee, naked."
Oh boy, he was.
What is Mike doing? Mike went black.
Mike must have had to go
That
code
lady's
100.
There he is.
He had to go 10-100.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. I see the fan in the bathroom. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're referring to, Mike's video feed has been cut. So he's going 10-100. He's going tinkle winkle.
10-300.
That is the both at the same time. Now that's a bad combination. That is bad.
It's Mike.
That's bad.
What did Mike have to eat that
now,
caused this
do you know what a 10-400 is? He didn't mute his mic. Didn't we just say mute your mic?
I said I don't want to hear it.
So 10-400 is when you do everything at once and still hold a garbage can and praying to the porcelain god.
I had to unmute it when
Yeah, thanks, Mike. We heard you in the commode.
Glad everything worked out, Mike.
It sounded like a little
flesh as well.
Yeah, it
Wash
sounded
your
like
hands.
a little. It sounded like a little chipmunk.
I have old man.
Oh, God have mercy.
Grizzly, did you just snort?
Yeah, and it wasn't cocaine.
No.
I don't stand a chance of getting anybody on this show besides for low budget stars. I'm not even gonna get the high quality ones anymore.
So the Cocaine Bear movie, right? Real deal story out of Lexington about the cop and Pobar Escobar, whatever the bear's name. And I was scooting around on my little scooter thing, my little walker, and I hear, "And now I'll pronounce you husband and wife." And I'm like, what? And they got that damn bear stuff in Lexington, and people were driving around the country to come there. And this bear and a guy behind a curtain and with a microphone is marrying these people. I'm like, you are some morons, man.
Is this the cocaine bear we're talking about?
Yes. Look up Lexington, Kentucky News, cocaine bear, and they'll show you people getting married by it. Yes.
See, now I would be okay with that because legally a bear can't marry people. So I'd be like, we're not legally married. Get away from me.
Scarborough says allergy.
I can't bear this.
Sneak up on you, snoring live on the air. Now, it wasn't allergy medicine. I wish it was. I wouldn't have been snoring. So
that's
they
what I
changed
need. I take allergy medicine, but it don't work.
Yeah.
So it don't matter.
Oh, yeah. So I'm still having problems with the pain management center since I moved, right? And, guys, I like to crack up. And she's like, pulled me out after I fell off the scale because she unlocked the wheels. Hurt myself at the doctor's office. Go figure. And she says, okay, we got to take a drug test. I'm like, oh, that's normal. I was like, you going to come in with me? And she didn't laugh. I was like, well, on the PD, we had to stand in there with the officer. I mean, we didn't watch them. We just had to stand right behind them, in the restroom. She didn't think that was funny. I was like, well, whatever. She said,
So here's the difference. The nurses held it for the firemen.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah, to make
it's a pretty deep cup, too.
We all give doctors and nurses a hard time. I like when I go and they ask me how tall I am. And I look at him and say, standing on what leg?
Yeah.
I'm 5'2" on one, and I'm 3 foot something on the other. And they just look at me and laugh.
Well, when we were down at that fire at Conservative.
So she asked me, she hands me the cup, and she asked me, are we going to find anything in there? I'm like, yeah, you're going to find some cocaine in there. And she says, what? I'm like, yeah, just some Coke, my regular use. That's what I like. And everybody in the office got whiplash and start looking at me like real slowly turn around in their chair. I'm like, ma'am, I'm just joking. I'm laughing. She just like,
that's what she'll find.
Go to the bathroom, bring it back.
Nothing but Mountain Dew.
So I was like, wow. Yeah. So,
yeah, some of them did not have. Look, if you had to stand around and hand people pee cups all day long, would you really be really enlightened with your job?
You know what I did with my pee cup?
Somehow.
So once I screwed it on and I was finished and I was washing my hands, I put mine underneath the running water and got a paper towel, got it soaking wet and handed it to her. She about shit or doo-doo herself. I was like, gotcha. She hates me.
And he wonders why he's having problems with his pain management plan.
Yeah, now they want me to go see a psychiatrist.
There's a shocker. There's a shocker right there. Tell them to watch this video. Keywords: anal, boxers.
That's Jimmy. Poor Jimmy. Yeah, So I have to see a psychiatrist now before they even consider me as a patient. So I called my primary doctor and I'm like, do what? They're like, no, they didn't. I'm like, yeah, you can call them. I mean, you check it out. So the PA to my doctor, she pulls up my file and she says, they are actually making you see a psychiatrist. I'm like, yeah, I know. I just
you're crazy.
Understand. Oh, I already knew that. I mean, Tiffany says, shocker. Hey, I like Fruit Loops. So,
yep.
Oh my
gosh. I know it, ladies and gentlemen.
So if they need character references, I'm sure anyone on this panel would be more than glad to.
No, are you crazy? No,
we would all vouch for you.
They would lock us all up in the same room with them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, man. And
I have visited those rooms.
Well, all I got to say is I'm the only girl in the room. Anybody that pees on the seat is in trouble.
That is one of my pet peeves. Why cannot men aim? Why cannot men lift the toilet seats? That's why in public restrooms the toilet seats have the slit in the center, so you don't have to lift the toilet seat up, so you can just pee right there in the center. And they still miss it. And then on top of that, you're in full-fledged uniform. You got to go number 2. And you got to go, there ain't no way in hell I'm taking down my pants that low because look at the floor, it's soaking wet.
Yeah.
Ladies, it is because you do not have a woman guiding you to the proper spots. That's why. So think about that.
And people make those signs, be a sweetie, please lift the CD or something, or however it goes.
What was the one I seen? If you sprinkle when you tinkle, please be neat and wipe the seats.
CD, yeah. Just watch
like,
Cocaine Bear
down
Wedding. Look, KG just said he just watched a Cocaine Bear Wedding on news clip from yesterday. I told you. Yes. Never heard of it. I about died.
I've heard of getting married by Elvis and all that, but never by a bear.
Proof that somebody could make money off of nothing.
Oh God!
And I haven't figured out why we haven't monetized
Glenn,
this. Well,
it's the original bear that ate the cocaine. That's what's funny.
And it died, so they stuffed it.
I guess.
Yeah, it had a heart attack. Yeah, it did. It's a true story. The bear had a heart attack. Yeah. I hope I didn't do any spoilers for anybody who's going to go watch Cocaine
Bear.
Yeah. Well, I guess this would be, in the Christian's way of thinking, this would be its way of getting repentance. So now he's making peace with in the afterlife and marrying people. So
I don't think he is. Actually,
I couldn't bear to watch it myself, so
I think he is sitting there just going, "Oh, I can't believe they did
this."
Okay,
let me KG. Now, did you watch the guy with the fricked up face with all the tattoos and wedding one? Because that's
we're just gonna distance everybody from our show.
Yeah, I mean, because when I saw that guy's face, I'm like, yeah, he's got that long fingernail for a reason. I mean, ladies and
gentlemen that do the audio only, he just inserted his pinky into his nose.
We in law enforcement knows what that long pinky represents with that fingernail not cut. We're not morons. I mean, look at Mike. No, not. I
thought it was to give you an extra wipe. Is that what that was?
Some people have big fingers, and the little finger's the only one that's small enough.
We know, Brenda, you like the people with the big fingers.
They need something to pick their nose with. I mean, come on.
Cocaine Bear is going to marry me now. Just let me know when. I'll get the paperwork in line, and I'll get a hold of the mic, and I'll do the voiceover for you.
You can only do it in an Elvis costume.
Tiffany, take video.
How with that? We'll broadcast it live. It can't get any worse ratings than this is going to get.
Hey, Tiffany, do you take your beloved husband to be your wife? Yes or no?
Oh, Lord.
That's what I'm saying.
Grizzly about my boat?
Yes. I heard about that.
No, you haven't. I haven't told you about the boat.
Yeah, I heard about the boat.
Well, you might have heard it from somebody else. You didn't hear it from me.
No, because I only told you.
It wasn't me. So.
Well, somebody told me about the boat because it was funny as hell, and I could picture that.
Never mind, that's a different boat. Oh no, he's talking about going fishing and putting my wheelchair in the boat and it flipped.
Oh.
That's what you're talking about.
Grizzly dressed as Cocaine Bear in sequences. Yeah, okay. So when your dad asked me to dress up as Elvis, I was like, well, I'll do that, but it's gonna have to be the fat Elvis. You know what I'm saying, there, lady. So yeah. So, but anyways, man, what I tell y'all, man, y'all got my stomach hurting from laughing. Y'all got my ghost out of here. It's not even touched that damn box at all. So it did once during the show in the beginning.
You know what?
He was like, I'm out of here.
Isn't even a listener at this point.
So I'm gonna turn it off. So yeah. Yeah, hey, there we go.
It's bad when you lose a ghost audience. I just want to point that out.
Look, we've had fun.
How many viewers we down to now? 0? Are we down to 0 viewers again?
No, we're showing 9, but it's probably like 50 or 60, right around there.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Definitely one of my stalkers is watching. So yeah, probably. So
yeah.
I do still have the number to the probation officer, so I'm not afraid to use it. It's on speed dial, so
1-800 got busted, brother.
It's a 3-hour time difference there. I can still call him.
Oh, so listen to this. So EMF Derry, that's what he goes by. What's his real name? You Googled it. Remember, it was real hard.
Okay,
to
wait,
pronounce.
hold on. You're supposed to be his friend.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember his name.
I just made the graphic.
Yeah, no. Remember, you Googled his real name. It was Monson or
no. You're talking about the EMF.
Yes.
The real name of the band or his real name?
His real name.
Derry's real name.
It's I don't remember. It's M. I don't remember.
Well, anybody out there, La La Land, Google it. But it's real hard to pronounce. So he goes by Derry Bronson, and that's why his fans know him as, and that's what his Facebook is. So he sent me a message.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Yeah, no, it's out there. It's public, and he sent me a message once I got my phones working. He was like, I called him up. I'm like, dude, we're getting ready to go live. And he's like, what do you mean we're getting ready to go live, mate? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, where you at? I'm at the grocery store. And we still got another hour. And I'm like, no, we don't. He's like, yeah, we do. It's only this time. I'm like, dude, we sprung forward. We fall back. Oh, you bloody Americans and y'all's time zones and jump forwards and jump backs. Okay, I'm on my way home. I'll call you. I'll be right back, okay? That's all right. So he gets on.
So now we've alienated a whole country.
Yeah, right. Groom has a birthmark on his forehead. Kids have a dog attending the wedding too. Only on WL. That's it. Yep. Yes, it's not a birthmark, dude. It's a bunch of tattoos. So, oh no, that is another one. Yes, that is another one. Yes. Yeah, that is correct. So yeah. But oh yeah, it's amazing. And people are making money. I mean, people are driving hours away to pay to get this done. I'm like, well, why don't we go out and shoot a bear and dress him up, like, and pour a little flour on his face and be like, hey, come on, let's get married by the bear. That ain't cocaine.
All right, so now we're going to have, what is it, ASPCA contacting us about shooting bears.
Well, I got an idea. We can all take off and go where the bear is, and we can just do a live show all around the bear.
Take all of her clothes off. And I'm like, oh Lord, no, we ain't doing that.
Are you kidding? That would scare. I would scare somebody half to death.
I bet all my monitors would go off. Be like,
I'd get sued for blinding people. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, me too, man. Look at Sportcat. He's looking down thinking, damn, I wish I could. Mike's like, I would. Andy's like, no, not me. No, don't even try.
Andy's probably the only normal one amongst us. So
no, man, no. He was in stitches earlier because he had me in stitches. So
oh yeah. He's had a few things already.
Yeah, he sure did.
He's not the lone stranger sitting there by himself.
Exactly.
Don't think his innocent look is even anywhere.
No, Andy doesn't have an innocent look.
No, but we all need those radios so when we're talking, we can all talk to each other while we're all talking still. That's funnier than hell. Because Andy was talking to Mike while we were talking, and Mike was talking to Andy. And I'm like, dude, I heard that.
I can still turn him in.
So... Oh man, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, what a show! This is what it's about, all having fun. Anybody's more than welcome to come on anytime, talk about any topic. What goes. We didn't have a panty party. Evidently, people wanted us to have a panty party.
Like I said, I will take any nude submissions from females. That's fine.
Oh, by the way, look up one-sided thong for males. Look it up.
No, I'm good. No.
You're gonna love it.
KG, get on that for us.
Do they actually wear them on beaches?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I think I look hot in one, so I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. I cannot handle. I'm gonna have to call my. You know what? I'm glad. I actually got a shrink appointment in the morning. Thank God.
Oh,
I'm gonna need this one. Yeah.
Topic there.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll come out. Just tell him you were last night. Well, no, don't let him look at your search history. So, you'll see banana hammock, one-sided thong, anal tooth.
Oh my
Deacon,
God.
look what you started, Deacon. So,
Pink polka
Is
dots.
she even still with us? So,
oh yeah, she's still out there. She's probably rolling on the ground. So, I know Jimmy, he's laughing. I for some reason I can just feel his energy tonight. So that didn't even sound proper. I didn't mean it that way, Jimmy Scarborough. So I'm straight. I didn't mean that way. I meant I'm good. That's what I meant.
just
to
get it
say.
all out of your system before you go to your psychiatrist. This way, only
Poor
anyone
Mike.
in the
Look at him.
world
He's
knows
trying to cover up
about
his
it.
face from laughing, and he's just sitting there just chuckling.
Oh, Andy's got a good stone face there. So everybody in the world will know your problems. And tomorrow when you go in there, you could be like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with me." And he'll be like, "Oh, let me pull this up."
I think we all need counseling now.
Well, about
Yes.
no.
Hey, I know I need counseling, man. You know, the other day at physical therapy, I was like sitting in the waiting room, and I was the only one wearing a mask. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with these people? You know, when you come into the hospital, you got the mask. When you walk in, you don't have a mask. They make you wear a mask. And I'm sitting here, and every time I breathe, my glasses would fog up, and I'm like getting aggravated. And the lady was like, "We don't have to wear the mask no more, there, boy." And I'm like, who's she talking to?
The only one wearing a mask.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, she's screaming at me, and I'm like, I'm not deaf. And so yeah, I wish I was. I never tried it, but so I'm sitting there, and then the glass opens up. She's like, "Hello there, sir. How you doing?" I'm like, "Fine." And then they call me back. So I'm getting up, you know, getting my little willy, and then my doctor or whatever you call her, she's like, "Oh, you don't have to wear that mask anymore." And I was like, "I'm naked." And there were 3 people on the phone and 30 people in the back, and I felt like doo-doo.
It sounds like you, Mike.
Everybody turned around and start looking and laughing, and it was just awful. And the people on the phone were like, so I can imagine what they heard at the other end. "I'm naked." So, and the girl that was with me just lost it, man. She's hanging on the wall, you know, grabbing to hold the handlebars, trying to keep from falling on the ground. You know, she's farting on the way down, you know. I mean, it was just, I mean, she was hitting me with both barrels, like, pow. So, unbelievable.
And that is why the ghost left.
Yeah.
That right there.
Look at Andy. Look at Andy. He's rubbing his head.
The ghost is thinking counseling.
Ghost has already beat you to your appointment.
Man, I tell you. You know, it was funny because when I used to
So what you
out,
need to do is tomorrow when you go into your strengths appointment, just go,
introduce him.
have a seat, sir, and then just walk around the room with your REM pod.
Right.
And then go, "All right, we're clear to talk. There's no one here now. You do not have a hair on your ass if you do not do that."
He's going to be calling us from the hospital. You got to break me out of here.
They probably wouldn't let me make a phone call. So Scarborough is dying right now. Sportcat knows because I told him about it. So, but I was going to say something, and you got me thinking about butt hair and doing that with in the room. So
I really don't know how I got you thinking about butt hair.
You said that. That's why. You said if I didn't have the butt hair.
No, I said you didn't have a hair on your ass if you didn't do it. So.
Oh, well, butt crack.
I guess technically that is butt hair. So, but I never actually considered it like butt hair where the little dingleberries get caught. But yeah, okay. I mean, I didn't go there. I'm sorry I didn't go there, but.
So I used to go to the gym with my mom when I was younger. I used to love running and running around the track.
Was this going to be a Kentucky story?
Play basketball, and my mom used to run upstairs, you know, around on the thing. And man, Saturday afternoon, it was always packed. I'm talking like 100-something people on the track, up and down. That's a couple hundred people. So I was like, oh baby, you got what I need. And everybody stopped. And my mom was like, shut up. She's like, I can't believe you're doing that. And that dude, everybody was just lost it. So I went upstairs and I was running with her and everything, not running, but jogging with her. And I was like,
waddling quickly.
Oh, I was like, I got a cramp. And everybody's like, oh, you poor thing. And I'm like, Mom was like, are you okay? I'm like, gotcha. She's like, I can't. Oh, you're so embarrassing. And everybody started laughing. Then when I did have a cramp, I fell and everybody just kept going by me. Just didn't even think nothing of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't cry wolf is what I'm trying to tell you.
Took a long time to get there.
Yes.
The bottom of my you guys were talking about lights earlier, and I was going to say something and it totally forgot. But the bottom of my chair, the base of it, looks like a burgundy race car. So I need some tail lights and a headlight, and I need a horn. I'm going to get an air horn because this little horn that's on my chair goes ee, and you can't even hear it. When I'm at Walmart, I want people to know I'm coming. So I think I'm going to get an air horn.
Hell. Now, what we need to set you up with, look, Andy's already on the radio. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
We know,
I'm
Mike,
already thinking Mike can get the hookup for a wheelchair
Mike.
horn here.
There we go, Mike. We got this one covered.
I can hook her up.
My buddies want to put a holster on there for me. So
this is what I want, right? So I want to get you a Milwaukee drill and that damn triple air horn for the semi or the trucks. Yeah. Have you seen that put together? Dude, that stuff is loud.
I have not seen that.
Yes, that is loud. I don't know how it works with that drill, man, but it does work. So in high school, what was real famous was those Radio Shack sirens, the Dukes of Hazzard and all those different things. Remember that?
Yep.
So we was at Wendy's drive-through, and we were hot. We was in Brad's pickup truck, 4-wheel drive, mutters and all that, playing country music and, chewing tobacco and all that. And he's placing the order, and I reached over and I played the General Lee. And I thought we were hot stuff, man. We pulled up that window, man. That lady is screaming bloody murder at us. And we're like, the girl was trying to put French fries in the oiler. She missed it, scared her. The other girl dropped the ice cream all over the floor. She told us to drive away. And he did. He played the horn again. I was like, damn you, Brad. That is so bad. That is so bad because it echoed throughout the restaurant through the speaker. Because back then the speaker was like, "Hello, would you like to flex an order at Wendy's, please? I'm ready to go. Would you like daily special for you? Shh, go ahead. Shh." That's how it was. And what was bad though is we would take our fire department pagers and go, "Yeah, I'd like to place a order, please, and I like to with pickles." You know how you press it and get that static?
Right.
Mike knows.
Yep.
Andy knows.
Yep.
Do you not know they spit in your food when you mess with them?
Right.
Hey, we went to school with them, all right?
I'm sure that helped.
So they were like, "We didn't hear that order. Can you repeat that, please?" Yeah. Did you get all that? Can you pull up to the window, please?
So I have a story about your drive-through stuff when you get a second here. I'll love it.
No, hey, in uniform, on duty, never go to the drive-through. I appreciate that to everybody. Either you watch the food being made or you don't eat there. Nope.
Go ahead, Mike.
I've seen people lick things. I've seen people wipe things.
Right.
I see people spit things. I see people drag things across things. And we'll leave it at that. And Tiffany says, "Oh, hell, you need an air horn." Yeah, she does. If she's only got a winker, she needs a honker.
Oh, Lord.
I push the horn on this, and my dog that doesn't have a brain in his head looks at me like I am stupid. Okay?
Oh, wow.
That's a problem.
Wow.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Horrible.
We did a lot of crazy stuff when we were kids. Y'all seem like y'all was just like squares or something.
Who?
Everybody. Glenn, you don't have any stories when you was a kid.
Oh, I do,
I
but
had
statute
plenty
of
of stories when
limitations
I was
may
a
be
kid.
different when you grow up in a federal city. So,
Hey, Grizz.
Yeah.
So here's something about the drive-through. The drive-through speaker system back in the day, I guess. Now it's all voice over IP, internet.
Right.
yes.
Well, they used to use actual two-way radios. You could get on a frequency and you could put them on your scanner and you can hear the drive-through. And they use different tone codes to talk from the window 1 to window 2 and stuff like that. But both of those windows could hear what's happening in drive-through. So there was a McDonald's, Andy's the McDonald's in Williamsport there, and they would always make fun of people in there. So you would go and you get in line, welcome to McDonald's, take your order, please, and you get the order. And then they would say, the guy from number 1 would make comments to number 2 and try to make him laugh and make fun of him and stuff like that. Well, the drive-through couldn't hear it. Well, I put it on the scanner, and we can hear it. So every time I don't think it's appreciated. What? Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, what? And then, we come out with handfuls of food, stuff like that, because the kid was just like, making fun of all of us. And of course, we didn't give a shit, but we were like acting like, whatever. So we drive away with this skate. You can only be like within a mile or two because it wasn't a high power. We drive the street and we listen to him. The kids are like, back on the headset. He goes, I don't know how you heard me. Let me try this. So he's like, welcome to McDonald's, take your order, please. And no one else could hear him. And we did that all the time, then people. All the time. We would come up to them and they would say stuff like, you sure you want fries? You sure don't want a salad? No, I don't want a damn salad. I asked for fries. He can hear me. You know what I mean? Oh my God.
That is funny.
Well, there was a time.
Go ahead.
If you figured out their tone codes, some of the Motorola tone codes had some offset ones. You could actually talk back into them with your two-way and really screw stuff up. You could actually come out in the PA system. And I wasn't ballsy enough to do that, but a friend of mine did that. He got on there and was commenting, he was working at McDonald's, can I have this? This ain't no damn Burger King. This is not Subway. Not making make all kind of comments. And they're like, sir, I'm sorry. We have no idea who's taking over our system. I forget how the whole thing was. It was hilarious.
Yep.
Big time. You know what I'm talking about, their Sportcat.
Yep.
Now,
I can't confirm nor deny I ever did that. Yes.
Now, the one thing I recommend tomorrow, if you're on duty, call Andy and use another phone. I know you got more than one phone. Make sure that it doesn't show the fire department's phone and call 2 Chinese restaurants together. Thank you for calling Chinese restaurant. Might take your order. No, you call me.
All right. So there's another country we've alienated.
Yep.
So we got Europe, Asia. We offended Thailand earlier. Holy cow, we got China.
That is hilarious. Now, before caller ID, when we were kids, we used to call people up and be like, hello. I'm like, hey, how you doing? They're like, fine. Is your refrigerator running? Hold on, let me go check. Yeah, it's running. You better catch it. And hang up on them. They're like, oh, yeah. And we used to drive people nuts. Now, there were other things you can ask people, and they would repeat it in bars, people's names.
Yep.
Or get on the PA system at Kroger's. I'm not going to repeat it on the mic, but you know what I'm talking about. And everybody be like, Jesus, not just broadcast that. Did she?
Everybody's still doing that today.
Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, wow.
what's your name? Oxbig. What's your name? What's your first name? Mike.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
your Starbucks
bad.
coffee order. Yeah.
Right.
Now, I have gotten on Walmart's PA system before. The only reason I know how to do it is because watching TikTok videos, which button to hit, and be like, yeah, this is the customer back in the paint aisle. Can I have some assistance, please? Dude, that flips them out. That flips them out big time.
See, sometimes TikTok can be educational.
Yes, very educational. In the wrong people's hands, it's bad. Like me.
Yeah.
I'll have to find that video. So.
Yeah. And, what was bad about TikTok is that for the longest time, I got off of it because it was all these people acting porny and sexual. And it's
I don't understand. The whole thing is everybody wants to dance. That's all you see is dancing people.
Well, it used to be called
That's the
bit
thing.
dance, you know.
What'd you say?
It used to be called bit dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I'm glad I clarified that one, right?
yeah, you said it awful fast. I was like, well, I never heard that.
Well, I guess that's the name for it.
It's a roller coaster,
Diane is
Grizzly.
probably
It's a roller
laughing.
coaster.
Diane says, my daughter worked the drive-through, and I pulled up and asked for a big cock, and she gave me a BC manager was there. Did I read that right?
Yeah. I think you read you read the key word, but I think she was implying it was a larger member. So.
No, her manager, the manager gave her hell because he heard her say that. Gave her daughter hell for her mom asking for her cock.
Okay, so I'm looking at my glasses and my
ladies and
trifocals.
gentlemen, we
So
have
I
to
did read
explain
that.
things,
I do apologize. I did not know because when I read that, I was like, did I just read that? And I'm trying to look.
He called me Michelle for like the first 4 episodes.
That's true.
Yeah, you know,
that's true.
Thank you, Michelle.
Andy has been Randy tonight.
Well, Michelle just said
your eye doctor is fired, Grizzly.
Yeah, really.
Diane,
and your English teacher.
You got me on that. I mean, people, I'm telling you, I'm having to read stuff before. I'm not reading anything else before I read it first. Then I'm going to read it and say it.
What the hell did you just say? You're not reading anything else before you read it first.
That's what, or say it first. That's what I meant.
God,
that's what I meant.
What do they teach you? How do you get a high school diploma in Kentucky? I mean, do you have to be able to add 2 + 2? Is that on the test? I mean, what is it in Kentucky?
I just got to take my socks off. I'm good.
How do you get a job as a police officer?
I've been asking that for quite a while.
My school, everybody got an award.
Diane, you have got to come on the show next week or a show. I mean, you set me up for that one. Tiffany just says, just show up. Yeah, that's right. That's all you got to do. So unbelievable. I mean, when I read that, I was like, that's not what she just wrote. And I'm really looking at it very closely, if you notice.
I
And
read
you're
it,
always
but
laughing.
apparently I had to break it down for you because when I read it, I understood what you said.
Let me clean my glasses here, ladies and gentlemen.
You're getting a prescription.
Pour that holy water on your glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Put some in your eye drops or something. I'm not sure that
you know what? The people that are deaf and impaired, they're gonna read
we're just gonna offend even more people.
And they're gonna see all this captions and they're gonna just be like freaking out. You know, any parties and things that drive-throughs and you know.
So
I was watching.
So we're gonna get the SPC, the FCC, the ADA.
Hell,
China,
you're sounding like
Thailand.
Sound like Eminem now.
You got a whole list there.
Mike got it. Andy got it. Brenda got it. So I remember that Eminem song about all that.
Right.
Oh my gosh, y'all kill me. Thanks.
Well, listen, hey, I gotta go, y'all. My phone's just about down to the 20s, and it's getting pretty late. I appreciate it.
Well, that's why it's called a charger, sir. You know, I mean,
and stuff like that.
You're a fireman. You're supposed to have women call you all the time. Your phone's never supposed to be below 60.
Right. Exactly.
Unbelievable.
His wife would like it.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know. I take that back. Oh, holy water eye drops. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Mike, I enjoyed it. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
And yeah, we kind of went way over on the show, but that's fine,
Michelle.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. See you, Michelle. It's good to
Right.
glad you're on the show, Michelle.
Bye, Felicia.
I'm glad you shaved for us tonight, Michelle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Make sure to clean little off top there for the next one.
Yeah. Hey, man, when you swing from that hose, think about us.
Oh, Lord. In a hat and boots only, sir. Thank you very much.
I knew that was coming.
I'll send you the calendar when the calendar's out.
Wait, I kind of like the suspenders.
Hey,
too. If
hey,
can
before
find a
you
way to
go,
make that work, we're
do you
good.
remember the Pepsi drivers did that years ago? All the heavy set Pepsi drivers made the calendars. Remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that.
Man, they made millions off that.
I know.
I'm talking millions. I was like, man, you put me on a counter like that, I wouldn't get $1.
I don't think you could get anybody to take the picture. So.
Certainly not with a Mountain Dew in your hand for a Pepsi commercial.
There you go, Andy. You're taking the pictures, Andy.
Nope, he's gonna take selfies.
Hey, man, let me I take good selfies. Not that kind of selfies, Brenda.
Somebody get Grizzly a selfie stick.
That's right. Right.
I've got one. I love it.
That's what she said.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
I just
for
picture him
everybody
in the room. That's the way I picture him with his rim pot. I'm getting this. I'm going down. It's a Grizzly
now. Lady didn't get back up. What happened?
I'm falling. I can't get up.
Somebody go help your dad.
911, what's your mercy? Sportcat fell on the floor.
I can just see you in your scooter doing that.
Scarborough says, incredibly funny show tonight. Thanks, Brenda, Mike, Andy, Sportcat, and Grizzly. Anytime, man. This is what we're here for. I can't even see out my eyes, so they're so watery from laughing. So, hey, real people, real stories, real encounters, raw, uncut, unfiltered, unfortunately. So, what's her name? Diane set me up at the end. I mean, I cannot believe I read that. And I had to go back and reread it just to make sure I read it right.
Trust me, out of everything you said tonight, that was probably pretty mild.
Pretty mellow.
But was not that bad?
Well, I mean, you did say you like the large cock, so.
Oh, I did not say that, did I, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
yes, you did.
Oh my God!
But you didn't offend another nationality and ask them to come in different colors, so that's all right.
Are y'all being serious? I really did say that.
You better pray before you go to bed.
Andy's over going, hell yeah, you did, brother.
I broke the counter about 2 hours ago.
Scarborough's laughing. Diane says, y'all think of that next time y'all order a Coke. Yeah. Every time I go through a drive-through, I'm thinking about you.
I want some of this.
Is that why that viewer makes me do that? Was that you, Brendan, that made me do that? Is that what you call me, a little wiener?
No.
I have no idea.
Tweezers.
Who was that? It was making me do that. That was you, wasn't it?
That wasn't me. I didn't do it.
I just now caught on to that. You smart, you out there in the audience. I haven't seen you since then. You always made me pinky wave. I just now realized what you meant. Oh my God, how slow am I? Yes, the proof has been recorded live.
Really slow. Really slow.
Yeah. I cannot believe I've been pinky waving that person.
Not true without pictures.
I cannot believe I said that, but I cannot believe I've been doing this the whole time, not realizing what they were doing. I'm mad. I'm literally upset.
Who did that to you?
One of the guests. Every time they get don't they, Sportcat? Every time they get on, they're like pinky wave. I'm like pinky wave.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
And now I know what it means. And I'm like, damn you. Wow. I know Andy. Look at Andy. He's rubbing his eyes too. Scarborough is just dying. Tiffany's like, slow. Yeah, I am slow. That actually makes me mad now, man. I mean, I just can't believe I just realized that. Where's Mike? Mike, can you believe somebody did that to me? Ain't that right?
I can believe it. I can believe it.
And I've been doing that for weeks. I've been doing that for weeks.
No, Mike. It wasn't you. It was Michelle that did it.
That's right. Michelle did it.
Michelle did it.
Right, Michelle. Michelle definitely did.
Oh my God.
Oh well. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for everybody for participating. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Andy, and thank you, Brenda, very much for coming on the show. Good night, everybody. Let me tell you something. What a heck of a show, man. I mean, you have done me in. I have been so humiliated, embarrassed. You know.
Well, you know what? You did it to yourself.
I can't believe it. I really can't. You know. So yeah, thanks everybody tuning in from coast to coast and around the world. Sportcat.
Absolutely.
Grizzly.
We like to party.
Yeah, we do, unfortunately.
What is wrong with Al's song?
I love it.
No. It sounds like you edited it.
No.
Al sounded like he had a hernia.
A beer. Sitting by the pool.
Girls all around.
All around.
Whoa, we just found. It's really, really cold this last feeling days, but we got beer.
Got beer.
A girl from Spain. And Lolita was her name.
Rita.
Zipper got stuck. Whoa, boys were in luck. Big Albert stopped. We shot with a shot. We got beer.
Got beer.
I'm glad for beer. I like a lot of beer. From the bottom to the top. I just can't stop with beer.
Man, what a show, man. Unbelievable, man.
It was a good show.
Y'all.
It was.
Unbelievable. I remember this little pinky thing now, you damn you.
Wasn't me? I think I could use a Rolling Rock tonight. Good night, everybody, from East Tennessee. Until next week, where I don't know where the hell I'll be.
Yeah, coast to coast around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. Nighty night. And we'll see you soon. God bless.
AM out.